Greetings and welcome once again to Roman of the Empire. I am Roman, your retarded host, welcoming you this week to our, God, I'm so stupid, to this fucking awesome movie, Solomon Kane from 2009. It probably wasn't on your radar. You probably didn't see this movie, but you should. And we're going to talk you through this movie tonight. We're going to be covering a lot of angles. Before this was this thing that became, a movie in 2009. Well, we're going to look at a little actually, I'm jumping ahead. I'm getting ahead of myself. We have back with us from his exile in the forest, a man who the devil came for his soul, and his beard sent the devil back to hell. Back with us once again, it is Beard of Liberty. Welcome back, my friend. Good to have you.
God, I missed that.
We have missed your beard. I have not missed Joker's reaction to that, yet here we are. And with us once again, good friend of the channel. To blindfold him, all you need to do is give him an eye patch. He is Left Eye Ego. It's getting harder and harder to come up with only mildly.
I think you'll manage.
It's good, man. You put a lot of effort. That was a good one.
I worked on that all morning. Morning.
You practiced that in the mirror for hours.
I did. You try. So welcome back, Ego. How have you been, buddy? It's, again, good to have you with us.
Been good. Took a little bit of time to me to get in to see you guys. I was reorganizing the action figures shelf, so got carried away on it, but I'm glad I'm back. I didn't see this movie before you told me, so I'm glad I did. It was great.
Oh, excellent. Good. Yeah, this was a first-time view for you. Beard, I imagine you didn't see it because you've seen 7 films in your life. I can't expect this was one of them.
I actually thought I had, but I was thinking of something different. I can't think of it right now. It's the one with Josh Brolin. It's another comic book, kind of like Western.
Jonah Hex.
That's the one I was thinking of. But so this actually was a first watch for me.
Okay. So we do have a couple other folks who are going to be joining us tonight. Who is missing?
We don't have right now. It's just Matt. Lance and Matt.
Lance and Matt. Okay, so we're actually. So are we not overbooked? Do I think we're overbooked?
No, you're.
I fucking hate me so much. Anyway, I've wasted enough of your time with this. So, but what I did want to share.
Oh wait, wasn't we were supposed to maybe have a specific kind of mouse on the show too?
Maybe a mouse.
No, the mouse is going to be coming on after we may be able to squeeze her in early though. So let's play this by here. Again, to my audience, I apologize. I am retarded. So Solomon Kane though. Here we go. Sorry, I got to switch my notes around a little bit.
Wow, Beard, Beard, that's a lovely shade of red you're turning right there.
Why is Beard
so lovely shade of red?
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. Let's move on. Let's just move on.
You almost met Roman.
It's like he went from 0 to drunk in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. No, Beard just had his soul taken, so the face just registers the soul being taken.
I need to consume enough to match what you're seeing here.
Accepted. So Solomon Kane, the character of Solomon Kane, I wanted to bring this up because I wanted to show you all the places that he has been. He's not a new character. He wasn't a new character in 2009. He's actually quite an old character. And I want to, so from Weird Tales,
Weird
the
Tales?
magazine from 1928.
28. Yeah, he's a very
Wow.
old character. He predates Conan, I
Huh.
think.
Wow.
You're
By
Yeah,
the
and-
same author as Conan.
Yeah, same author, and that's what I wanted to show you here. Let me blow this up. It's going to go into Amazon. We're not going to buy anything in Amazon tonight, but so yeah, Robert E. Howard,
Yep.
author of the Conan series, a creator of Conan, also created Solomon Kane. So that's a pretty nifty little tidbit that got tucked away. That's my notes because I'm a retard and I feel the need to share those with you. And that's my X account. So and that's just my screen. Fuck, Roman, stop! Fucking stop!
That's okay, Roman. I definitely wouldn't call you out on stream for actually playing the entire intro and saying hello to everybody before you hit start and go live. I would never do that. I would
Right,
never.
Not at all.
right. It's,
I
I
would.
mean,
I
it's,
also did
At
that.
all.
I hate myself so much. So let's say hi to the chat real fast, and then if our other guests pop in, we can roll with
Dempsey, holy shit.
they rolling. They're gonna be rolling around in the
God.
sheets, maybe, but
Beauty
they're
and the
rolling.
Beard. Oh God.
Loader.
Beard, that's a lovely,
and-
again, that's a lovely shade of red, dude. You were...
Love it.
Putting your
Love
hand in
it.
front of your face just accentuates how red.
Why do you think I,
It
why
really
do you think I
does.
wore a
This is-
hat
Shout out
that
to
hides the
Dempsey
rest
real
of it?
quick.
Yes.
Me and Dempsey went toe to toe with an absolute psycho online today. and it
That was
hilarious.
wild.
Oh, really?
Oh yes.
Do
That was
share.
weird.
Yeah. Oh man, it was
over
something.
Pokemon?
No, it was something. It was some TDS. Liberal.
And it explains
You know,
itself.
but-
Oh,
almost
I
immediately.
will let you know that I've been eating the popcorn and laughing my ass off watching the world melt down, and it's been hilarious.
It's just
My
so
favorite is the
bizarre.
woman screaming in the car, like, what?
Oh, I
It's my
know.
favorite
Yeah,
so
that was
far.
a lot.
Yeah, because that was so
Yeah,
wild.
I mean, it is what it is, folks. I myself am looking forward to the next 4 years.
I'm-
Squeaka, our favorite mouse, some more than others. Welcome to the show. Ducka. Mouse. Mando, me, Beard. I mean, maybe
It's
it for
basically
on
us.
chat thus
I mean, if
far.
you're into that kind of thing.
And that's okay. That's okay. Well,
Oh,
I'm sure
Mando.
we'll have
There we
more
go.
folks joining us later. And we can. What?
Kevin Beamer.
I fixed it.
Beard fixed the problem.
I fixed it. Don't worry about it now.
Beard's in Fallout.
Oh my
now.
God. Well, let's.
Great.
So we've noted that the movie there, or that the character Solomon Kane created in 1928 by the author of Conan, and so another interesting fact. So the main character Solomon Kane in this movie, played by James Purefoy, was originally supposed to be cast as Christopher Lambert from The Highlander. So whatever didn't work out, and I'm a big fan of James Purefoy anyway. I loved him in Rome as Mark Antony. He was just one of the best parts of the show. And he was also great in a limited series called The Following that had Kevin Bacon in it. You may or may not have seen that. He was a serial killer in that. It ran 2 seasons. It was a good show, but they cocked up the end of the first season, and they didn't make it work. But
The only thing about him in this movie is that the entire time he sounded like David Wenham from Lord of the Rings as Faramir. They speak exactly the same. It distracted me the entire movie.
So speaking of Faramir, he's not in this movie. But
So
who you do have in this movie,
have
you
the
have
meat,
a
Roman.
pretty strong supporting cast in here.
Mhm.
You've got Alice Creech, who you've seen in a million things, but this audience may remember her as the Borg Queen.
Yeah, I know. I recognize her right away as the Borg Queen.
Yep.
And it's just like, holy shit. William Cromwell, the Puritan gentleman, I can never pronounce this dude's last name. It's Pete. It's
Post-wait.
like
He's in a lot of stuff. He was in The Usual Suspects as Mr. Kobayashi.
Yes.
he's got one of those-
You've seen him in so many
Actually,
things. When you
he
see him,
just got-
we
away a
talk
few
about the
years
movie, you'll
ago.
see what we're talking about.
Oh,
But
that guy passed away.
and Speedow in a tiny role.
yeah, I think so.
It's just an amazing supporting cast here. And hopefully we actually get to hear something from the Dark Wizard himself, Malachi, later, but we'll see how this all
That
goes.
guy's costume was one of the better things in the movie. Like he had the tattoos on his face and all that. He looked awesome.
Yeah.
There's a story about the tattoos,
we're
which we
speaking of
may
that
hear from
guy.
the man himself. And if we don't, if our good friend Lance
Really?
Nielsen doesn't make it over, I'll relay the story as I heard it from.
Speaking of
from
the guy with tattoos on his face, look at the meme.
Where's the meme? Where's the meme?
It's
Right-
Big up.
right
on Jacob's screen.
No.
Ah! What did you do, why, Jacob? Have I not been a good friend to you?
Oh God.
Like
Frank
that guy's
Bailey is here.
costume. Was,
Welcome, Frank. Good to have you with us. We're about to
Frank.
dive into this movie.
that guy's costume was so good. I wish it would have been in the movie a lot more.
Yeah, it is. It is
Yeah,
too bad.
that guy should
So
have been in the
obviously
movie
we're gonna have
box more.
spoilers here tonight, but Shieldwall brings up a great point. We have kind of a Darth Vader Emperor thing going on with the villains in this movie, which you get to. But let's dive in here. From the get-go, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" We're 1600s. It's off the African coast. The British fighting the Ottoman Empire. This is just like fucking. This is cool shit.
Let's go.
It was a time of sorcery.
Yes, you get the. There's a narrative of James Purefoy talking. Is it James Purefoy or was it Max von Sydow? God damn my
It
brain.
was James. It was James.
James Purefoy. Okay.
Mhm.
So he's a mercenary, and he gives zero fucks about anyone he's coming in contact with. He is a literal hack and slash kind of dude. Plunder.
It's a badass intro.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah.
It gives you everything you want in just those few moments of opening.
I'll
They
be honest.
actually cover-
I don't know if any of you have seen the Gargoyles TV show, but the opening wording is very similar, and so I was like, wait a second, I wonder if Gargoyles got that from this. But I think Gargoyles
No,
came before
was
this.
way before.
First Gargoyles Force, yeah.
Yeah.
Way before. And that's a Keith David who does the narration of that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
From The Thing and from
Great
the
voice.
the lesser good Riddick movies, except for the first one.
He was in They Live too, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
Roddy. Yeah.
Yep, he had that 7-minute fight with Roddy Piper.
Yep. Yeah.
Good Lord.
So good.
So he's slashing his way through, and the costumes in this, from the main characters to the supporters, they're all fucking good.
Yes.
There's
Costumes
very
on point.
the only oh hey everybody, Zax is out there.
What up,
Hello.
Zach?
That is not Zax, that is Dempsey, but your host is retarded, so just kind of roll with it.
Mhm.
Good to see you, my friend. But
Yeah,
Cost-
the costumes they're fantastic, and I want to say no froofy, extra stylish New York runway stuff. Let's just
No.
bring back capes for weather and like rain.
Bring
Let's
back
just bring them back
capes.
capes.
No capes. Capes are for losers.
Capes get stuck on
Yeah,
things.
well, you're just jealous nobody made you one in purple.
Ooh, huh.
we all remember the man in the cape from Seinfeld. Who was that man in the cape? Why is he wearing a cape? Where'd he get the cape?
I don't want to be a pirate.
Speaking of pirates, they also do a wonderful job changing up Solomon's appearance from this gritty,
Yeah.
Dirty.
Right.
angry fucking look
Yeah.
to where we go with him in the movie. The transformation is
In this
is
shot
very
here, he
good.
almost looked like Carl Urban.
Mhm.
in that shot.
I
Yeah.
can see it. I can see it.
There's a couple of shots, and it's probably just me because I'm obsessed, but he kind of looks like Hugh Jackman in just like a couple
That's
of
what I was
scenes.
thinking.
Yeah, that too.
Yes, there actually are.
Maybe
'cause
it's-
didn't
Well, I
you
definitely
can
got
roll-
some Van Helsing vibes from this
Yes,
movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm
this,
gonna throw out my only complaint, and the complaint is minor. And it's
Mhm.
but this is the very early 2000s kind of digital effects, and you get that. The nice thing is you don't get a lot of it because they aren't in the movie
Right.
very much. It's mostly straightforward stuff.
I was
And
going
it's
to
a joy to
ask
watch.
about the cost of the CGI in this compared to nowadays.
Oh,
Like,
it's probably a lot less.
yeah, how expensive.
Damn.
Because the stuff that like the creatures in the mirrors is pretty good.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was
And as soon
really
as you
good.
go
I
in here,
liked
you knew some fucked up shit was gonna happen.
He
Our
obviously never
man
played
Cannoli's
D&D.
out there. Hello, sir.
it. No
He
way.
obviously never played D&D. The first thing you do when you walk in this room, you smash these mirrors.
Yep,
Smash
you got to break that shit.
Yeah.
You know
You gotta
they're
break
gonna
that shit.
come alive.
Always.
I will
Or
say
you
this.
check to see if it's a mimic.
Right.
I will say this just in general for this movie, because y'all mentioned the Van Helsing kind of like vibes you get from some of the shots. Definitely that. But you can see the Lord of the Rings influence in it throughout the entire thing. Some of the like big shots and big sweeping exterior shots, the music even. And I don't say that as a bad thing. I think it actually plays very well to the style that they've got for the movie.
No, the music done by Klaus. What is it? Bad Elf.
You don't need to say his last name. His first name's Klaus. It's all you need to know.
Yeah, the music was
Yeah,
really
you-
good, and the costume design is John Bloomfield, and the costumes are fucking fantastic. In this
They're really
Oh,
good
yeah.
job.
Great. You know,
The
I
reason
quite
that
honestly
name is
even. Oh, here we go. This
Really
stuff's
easy.
not bad. It's
No,
when they
it's
get
not
out of
bad.
the mirror that it gets a little more
Right.
funky. In the mirror stuff, I thought did work.
Yeah.
look at that thing. Looks it's got like a brain sucker mouth on it.
Succubus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ego, you would have been banned from watching this as a child.
No, because it's pilgrims and Christianity. This would have been encouraged. This would
So
have been
this would have been okay. This one would have
This would have been okay. Yes. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like he was on a holy war. It's the Ottomans. So yeah, it would.
Okay, so
play
so
first, yeah.
basically this is why I chose this film for this month. Puritans, the Pilgrims, Thanksgivings, demons, sorcery, it all goes together.
It all worked. Yeah.
No, and-
yeah.
and-
Yep. Burning
Thank you
witches.
for that, by the
that
way,
whole
Joker,
thing.
because I wouldn't have come up with this. This was a Joker suggestion. Again, our man,
Really good.
who is the nemesis of Gotham, comes through.
I know. Ain't it great?
And I love this right now. I mean, this is where you see just how bad Solomon Kane is as a person. One of his dudes is like, dude, all of our men are getting fucking killed. I'm getting out of here. And Kane's like, all right, you can go. And then shoots him in the back. And he's like, come
There
on.
is-
Oh
there is-
yeah.
Well, no, because he says there is a devilry here, and then he shoots him,
Yeah.
and then he says, "I'm the only devil here."
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So this is the throne room, and you quite honestly, again, as Shieldwall said earlier, if you play D&D, you know there is some fuckery afoot here. This is not a straightforward everything's going to be okay kind of room.
Well, and that room
That's
also
mild.
looks very Guillermo del Toro as well.
Mhm.
Ooh,
does.
yeah.
Yep.
Even
Accepted.
the guy that
accepted.
shows up here, the demon or whatever it is.
Mhm.
Yes, the Devil's Reaper.
Mhm.
Ah,
So of course, it's treasure. Look at that, yay, treasure. Things go. I mean, this was fucking cool.
That
Oh,
was
freezing.
Dead King. Yep. The temperature drops, and you know something terrible is going to happen when things like this go on. But this, it's those making the set cold. It's those subtle effects that really bring the scene together. And again, we look at the set. Look at the window behind him.
That's stained glass.
The-
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just beautiful. I mean, there's imagery in that window that gets you. I mean, it's a throwaway shot. It just kind of goes past it. But we captured it. We get a good look at it. The detail in the set was just outstanding.
And for the most part, this is a practical set. This is not a soundstage he is on, and he's surrounded by green screen.
Yeah.
I like it. And again, you always feel it when you have the practical effects.
Correct.
It
Yeah.
changes the way
Is
the
it-
actor
Is it
approaches the
cold
screen.
enough in this room that fire won't burn?
I don't think that was I think it was just supposed to be like really, really cold, but I don't know about like cold enough to where fire won't like burn things.
Is that a body in the background?
It's
Yes.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
not-
man,
there-
they're like
Oh, wow.
hanging everywhere.
I
No,
didn't catch
check it out.
that
I
at
mean,
all.
Y'all
They're
didn't- y'all
everywhere.
didn't get the reference.
We're gonna
there?
get
Yeah.
we're gonna get a couple shots where they're closer in frame, and you can actually see frozen blood dripping from their arms,
Yes.
like blood ice.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. Okay.
Yes.
And here's the Devil's Reaper come to claim his soul.
Jenna!
Awesome.
Hi, my name is Gary. I'll be your Reaper tonight. Jana! Welcome, Jana.
Jana.
Always good to see Jana out there.
Can
We
I
love
int you in
Jana.
our
This-
death specials?
This place is so evil, fire won't warm.
Yes.
Huh.
Damn. Nice circle.
And Solomon's like,
It's so cold,
I
it
am not
burns.
going tonight.
I
No, there we go. There was what we were
Yeah.
talking, what
Oh,
we were talking
that's
about. Beard.
awesome.
The frozen
How
blood.
did I miss
Oh.
that? Wow.
that's-
Okay.
That's
Reminiscent of the thing
missed
there.
he basically so Solomon here basically when confronted by the god of death, he just basically says, "Not today."
Not
Today.
today.
Not-
Not today.
So, and this is our first. I mean, you had the things in the mirrors, but when you go into this movie originally, it's just, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, swashbuckling, stuff. Then
Pirates.
the mood changes pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because here there's like the vague kind of mention of a deal,
Mhm.
but I kept expecting there to be a big reveal, but I think it's more just a general deal of I'm going to let you be evil and not die. Like,
Right.
there wasn't
Well,
this kind
also,
of like hey, if you do this for me, I'll give you my soul sort of thing.
Well, also, like, when he talks to her, he's like, more. I can't spell. I'm sorry, people. The window will be mourned. Talking about the window, sorry. But here he talks about, like, I made no deal, which is kind of some foreshadowing, because technically he did not make a deal. Like, he
Right.
did himself never made any kind of deals.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask because I was like, I don't remember that either. But okay, thanks
Didn't
for
miss
clearing that part
anything.
up. Okay.
It's more of a, the devil let him run wild.
Okay.
And do his thing. Well, I mean, he's just racking up bad points.
Right, and this is basically karma. Is like I'm karma, and I'm here to collect because you've racked up a shit ton of bad stuff, and
Okay.
that's basically.
But and that was it. But you don't mind so much. And but Solomon's like, fuck this. Flaming sword. Everyone like, look that room. Look at this set, guys. I mean,
That's dope.
it's
the
just
sword
it's
is
so
really
good.
Yeah, actually, yes, Jacob, I agree completely. The sword is fantastic because also, I mean, it is earlier kind of special effects, but they took the time to at least either do something practical or in post put the orange on that body in the background, which really sells the effect.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the only color in the room. Everything else is that black and white.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it enhances the scene so much. It's just again good filmmaking. The lost
Well,
art.
it's
of good
also a
filmmaking.
very good contrast to like the frozen tundra / wasteland that is this room, and then this giant flaming golden sword.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, where's the mouse? There's the mouse. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm fighting with Shieldwall unintentionally, but I'm a retard. We've talked about this multiple times.
And his blades are starting to melt. You
Yep.
get that effect in here too.
Deformed.
Also,
Cool.
Joker, what I like about this is it's a double sword block
Right.
because it
Yeah.
had to be a double sword block. If it wasn't a double sword block, he's
would've
he's
died.
dead immediately because it
Yeah, he's
doesn't
dead.
work. He doesn't have the strength. So double sword block, still, it's pretty tough. But yeah, you're melting the sword. I mean, it's the detail. We talk about detail, and that's what makes the thing good. And he's like, "Fuck this, later, bitches."
Bye.
There we go.
Toodles. He said toodles.
Toodles.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yes,
But
he did.
again,
I
we
heard
see-
it.
It's the beautiful. Again, you still have almost a little foreshadowing with just the window itself. What appears to be the Jesus image in the upper right hand corner, watching him fall. I don't think that was unintentional.
Well, I'm sure there's a
Agreed.
lot in here that is very intentional, such as like the first stained glass window that we noticed was like one of the blue ones that stood out when the room was orange, and then it cooled to the same blue as everything else. And when we see him jump out of that one, there's a lot more orange in that window being lit by the sword from the other side as he jumps out into kind of the blue darkness. So there's a lot of style points to this movie. I don't care if any of the CG didn't age well. There's a lot of style points.
And let's see, Dan Lostin is the cinematographer as well. So he deserves a lot of credit here.
Yeah.
For again, this movie never, as far as I know, was never really very big, but
No.
it's just one of those brilliant it's like Highlander. We talk about Highlander. Highlander was not, and I think Ego did that one with us as well. Was not a big movie at the time.
It wasn't.
But-
Highlander, I heard about through like my friends and stuff
Right.
when I was young. This, when did this come out? 09?
2009.
Yeah.
I was at the height of like my work, doing work stuff. I didn't even know this movie existed.
I was in high school.
Yeah. I was working like
Mando?
17-hour
Mando?
days.
That
was
shit
awesome.
inside is what you need.
Because I was
Yeah,
like trying to get my
Thanks,
last
Mando.
promotion.
Thanks, Mando. Thanks.
And yeah, so
Hey, I gotta put one in sometimes.
I know.
That's what you.
Phrasing.
I'm
That's what she
bleeding
said.
internally now.
There you go, Beard.
So we're England a year later, and I like what they did here.
Monastery.
They cover this you have this giant introduction of the movie where all this shit happens, and then you're suddenly in England, but all of the movie is done in such a way that it makes it, you don't feel like it's crammed together.
Right.
It works very well. The passage of time, you're like, okay, it's a year later, and it doesn't feel like, oh, they're trying to force something upon you, and you even understand the monks. You have the older monk and the younger monk.
Correct.
And there's an apprentice, and he's like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, and this guy is like, he's basically here and he's studying the occult. Basically, is all these.
Is that what that is? Okay.
And all of his tattoos and scarring and everything. This is all like charms to basically hide him from the devil.
Yep.
Squeaka, I agree 100%. I do wish we'd gotten more. We would have ended up with a 3-hour movie, but I probably would have been okay with that. It's actually.
I think there's enough here that they probably could have actually fleshed it out to like a 3-episode miniseries without being too bloated.
Could have.
It definitely needed more character development.
There are few movies or shows where an episode backstory is worth it, and this would have been one of them.
Yeah.
Also,
agreed.
does it feel like some significant stuff maybe got trimmed from the movie?
No.
It does to me.
Not to me.
Yeah, I think they
There's a
cut
couple of
more,
spots
but-
where it feels like
feels
it'll,
like
like
they
just
did.
a little.
But to the movie's credit, though, and this is one of those things we don't say very often, I really do wish we had more. Usually movies are too long, and you're like, fuck all. This scene is taking for fucking ever, and I hate these characters because of it. But this movie, no. This movie, I enjoyed every character in this movie, even the throwaway characters. We're going to get to a priest later on. He was a fucking great character.
He
And
was.
it was paced well too.
So this was very interesting. So the older monk is like telling him, "Hey, bro, you've been
You
with
gotta
us
go.
for a year now, but you need to go." And he's like, "What do
Right?
you mean?" Because Solomon, when this happens, the devil basically coming for his soul, he has a legit turnaround, and he does not want to go to hell.
180 complete.
And in the way that James Purefoy plays the character, it's very believable.
This scene is
doesn't want
where I
to be
first
like-
thought about him looking kind of like Hugh Jackman, like one of the old early Wolverine scenes.
There I can see it. Yeah.
So the priest, or the priest, I'm sorry, the monk had a dream that Solomon needed to leave. And I don't even know if he fully understood it, but he did understand that sometimes violence is necessary, and because of the type of man that Solomon is.
Right.
And again, you're like, he looks like Hugh Jackman there too. I can't deny that.
Correct.
But yeah, he definitely was not happy that he had to go, and off he sets.
I
So
love
you have
his-
a little. What's that?
I really like his walking stick.
No, I thought the wandering scene, it didn't take very long. It was only like maybe a minute or so. But oh, hey, JT, welcome. I still hate you, but I love you at the same time. You're a good man. Whitey Bear! Whitey! What up?
Between the fake snow, which is certainly just something that would get all stuck in your face and make you sneeze, and
You
all
mean
the
the
rain
asbestos?
yes, and all the rain we see later, the shooting on this film must have been pretty miserable on set.
Oh,
You were,
oh my god!
most of this was done in Romania, by the way. For if you weren't aware of that,
the dark, dreary, wet. Just everything's wet.
Well, they have vampires.
Too many jokes.
So he's been wandering and again we get another change of appearance there. He's gotten rid of the beard now. He's just kind of doing his thing. Clearly there was a burning of some kind here.
Well, you've got the plague doctors there, which suggest the Black Plague.
Oh, yes,
that's what I thought it was.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Which
Hello,
I mean,
boys.
those. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows those weren't just purely ornamental. They were stuffed with like flowers and herbs and things that
incense.
One made it easier to breathe because everything stunk, but two, they thought would actually protect them from everything else that all the diseases.
Hey,
and such.
real quick, Matt's here.
Oh,
hey.
Excellent. Let's beam Matt in it.
All right. I'll bring him in.
Okay, thanks.
There we go.
Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, what's happening,
The
Matt?
man who knows all the things about all the things. Welcome to the show, my friend.
And I'm finding out. I'm beginning to learn too much about stuff I never wanted to know about. How are you all doing?
Great.
Doing good. We hope you're doing good, man.
Guys, I gotta. Sorry, it's a hospital thing. I'll come back later. Sorry, guys.
All right, no worries.
Okay.
No worries. You good?
Poor Matt. Our brother in exile. He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back to us. Come back.
When he comes back, I'm gonna bring him straight in just because he's on a
yes, please do. Yeah. Yes, roll him in because he's time.
JT.
He was back there for like maybe 30 seconds.
Yes, I did, JT. I checked.
Oh,
he's,
okay.
In a basement crying.
He's drinking some green teat milk.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, there was something clever I wanted to say to JT, but I'm so old that my JT, you're gonna think this is funny, and so everyone knows that JT and I have this ongoing frenemy thing about Olive Garden. So this is a quick story. I'll make it brief. Mrs. of the Empire and I were out for dinner last night. We were at our regular spot, and then next to us, a table of 28 was getting seated. So she's like, "Oh, we got to get out of here." So we left. We got our appetizer. We finished our appetizer, and we got out of there. And so we have a couple options around us. There's Chili's, which is it's Chili's. It is what it is. There's a Phil's Barbecue, which is pretty decent. It's been on some of the shows. And then there is a fucking Olive Garden. So what does Mrs. of the Empire do? She immediately goes for the Olive Garden parking lot. She's like, "I thought you liked the breadsticks." I'm like, "Honey, it's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke." So thank you for that, JT.
The funniest thing is she knows about the joke, though. She knows about the joke.
It was so fucked up.
Yeah, she threw you under the bus. That's funny.
She did. Yeah. Mrs. of the Empire hitting hard.
That's great.
That just about killed me.
I thought you liked the breadsticks.
There's a meme in there somewhere, JT. Get on it.
So we have this grim, again, cinematography here is just really well done. All these bodies hanging. It's just, you get a vibe for the fucking countryside here. It ain't good.
Yeah.
And then the Puritans come. And this is the most overcast minor part ever.
Yeah.
With these people.
Wow.
So they're like, "Hey, this road is fucked up, bro. You want to come with us?" And he's like, no, I'll travel alone. That's my way. And he's like, "All right." And off they ride. So he set up camp here. I do like his walking stick, though. You're right. I wish he had turned into something else. And he gets approached by some freaking marauding dickheads, because that's the countryside. If you read through your history, it was full of marauding dickheads. Oh no, JT, fucking no. We went to Phil's Barbecue and said where I had a delightful rack of pig ribs. But this is
representation. I don't like the representation of all the bad guys being bald eventually.
Yes.
I don't know what's up with your kind,
if
sir.
you look at it, half of these guys were in Pirates of the Caribbean as the pirate crew.
Yes.
For real. The actors and stuff in this, a lot of them were on that. On that movie.
Works out.
Movies, right?
Yeah, they've got very creative names as such as skinhead, tattoo, and beard. I like Beard. He's my favorite character.
I don't know why that would be.
I was watching. We're watching The Shield right now on regular TV stuff, and there's a character on there just called Old Mexican. I'm like, so this is where Solomon's newfound love of peace gets his ass kicked. He won't fight.
It's a great scene because they don't have to like lay it out for us that he's just peaceful now because we've seen how badass he is in a fight, and then we see him get his ass kicked. So they don't really have to lay it out.
Is the reason why he doesn't want to fight anymore. It's not because he's suddenly become this pacifist.
No,
it's because
he's terrified.
If he does fight, the devil gets his soul.
Yep.
So it makes it a really good reason for him not to fight. Because if he's just some guy that was like, well, I had violence in my past and I want to have forgiveness through the Lord, there comes a point where you're going to have to defend yourself. And this would be a good point, like when they're trying to burn your face. And you have the ability to kill these guys or beat them up or whatever. You don't got to kill them. You can just beat them up. Just do it. But because he can't break that pact or his soul goes to hell, this is why.
Yeah, I'll touch on that a little bit later whenever we see the next kind of big conflict because that's a big that was a big point in the movie for me.
How far are we into this movie?
15 minutes.
Actually, the funny thing is, Whitey, we're not that far into the movie.
No, not at all.
We're maybe 25 minutes, maybe 25 minutes in. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's not an overly
that's
long
that's
movie
probably
anyway.
pushing.
Just needs to become Solomon just needs to become a better fiddle player.
That's what I was thinking.
It's,
you fight, the devil will take your soul.
It's an hour and 45 minutes or something, but the credits in the one version I watched were 8 minutes long. So I didn't watch the credits, but they were 8 minutes. So when the movie
like a
ended
special version,
and it rolled the credits, it had 8 minutes of credits. So I just was like, all right, I'm done. I scrolled through it to make sure it didn't have like an after credit scene or anything like that.
Easter egg.
Sometimes they show bloopers or you know what I mean? Sometimes you'll have like some credits and then something will happen where they're like trying to chill for a second movie or what, kind of like Ferris Bueller kind of thing.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's a good movie, Whitey. Check it out.
So Whitey, thanks for popping in, brother. Yeah, watch the movie. You will not be sad that you watch this, dude. So yeah. Later, bud. So now we have the indomitable Max von Sydow in a tiny role. So when Solomon gets knocked the fuck out, he goes dreaming into the past, and this is his childhood. His dad is basically saying, Solomon, I need you to go live with the priests because
you're going to join the church,
and your brother is in charge, even though he's a cock. He's like, what?
Historically, that's what they would do, right? So
yeah,
you got rid of the second son. He either went into the military or you got to put him in the priesthood because otherwise, he might be hanging around waiting to assassinate the brother. And it was useful for him to be in the priesthood because then he could be part. Because the priesthood wasn't just the church; it was a political entity that had power and wealth. And if you had somebody that was in your family in the church that could raise to a high level, then they would be a key part of you controlling politics in your land and stuff.
Beard, stop it. Get that thing off your mic.
I thought that was me. I was like, how can I snore? I'm awake. You're freaking me out.
So this actor, his name, so Marcus Kane is the character. That's Solomon's older brother, played by Samuel Rukin. Tell me he doesn't look like fucking what's his name from Game of Thrones, the ego character on Game of Thrones.
He
actually looks, the House of the Dragon.
Aemon. Actually looks like
Aemon.
Get the actor's name.
Targaryen.
There's a guy who played the Swede on Hell on Wheels.
Oh yeah, it does look like
yeah, he was in
like a younger
Stargate. Yeah.
But he again, we only get this actor for a few minutes in this movie, but he makes a fucking impact.
Yeah.
Apparently so do they, so you may want to stay away from them. I'm sorry, that was terrible. That was bad. Even by my standards, that was terrible. And so he's basically telling his dad, fuck off, I don't want to do this. And Marcus is a dickhead. Well, if you leave, you'll get nothing. You'll get nothing.
You hear me? Nothing.
So he opens the door, he sees the Devil's Reaper, and he wakes the fuck up going,
like, oh shit.
fuck. I think we've all been there though, right?
Cost extra.
But it's the I keep wanting to say the Mormons. They're not Mormons. It's the Puritans.
It's Peter Pan's girlfriend. Sorry.
So we have young Samuel Cronthorne and Meredith Cronthorne. Funny thing here, so Rachel Hurdwood, who plays Meredith, Samuel is actually her younger brother, Patrick. They are brother and sister in real life. Yeah, that's not which I thought was pretty cool.
That that explains the on-screen chemistry that they clearly showed throughout the film.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
so now we get,
I don't think she screamed Solomon Kane enough in this movie.
I was thinking the same thing.
I was like,
there's some parallel to be had here, but I'm leaving it alone tonight. So now we have, this is William Cromwell's dad. This is Pete, whose last name is too long for me to pronounce. You've seen this actor in a
everywhere.
He is great. He's always good. Again, even as a bit player, he's fantastic. So, and Alice Creed as the mom. This is Catherine Crowthorne, not Cromthorne, Crowthorne. And they're setting up camp. They've rescued Solomon. I mean, they don't know this guy. This is the Good Samaritan stuff here.
They don't know this guy from
they're on their way. They're on their way to the coast to go to America. Sorry, Jacob.
Yes.
I just said God. They don't know this guy from Kane.
God, thank you so much. I don't know what it is. I almost don't know. I don't want to know what it is. So now we get the James Purefoy. Also, I'm gonna say, and we don't see it very much. So he's getting checked out by young Catherine here. He's in really good shape. I didn't cut. I obviously cut it out because I was feeling mildly homophobic.
The abs. Yeah, he was.
But he's in really good fucking shape.
Scene.
I apologize to our lady viewers. We don't get many of them on the show, but I apologize. I need to include more male nudity for you. And maybe we'll get some later. We'll talk to Beard.
Wow.
So they're asking Solomon about his background here, which is, so you were a ship's captain. I was a dickhead. I was a very brutal man. But the conversation is just, where they're going. And what I like about William is he is willing to accept Solomon for who he says he is now. That life is behind me.
Oh, yeah.
That's not who I am anymore.
He's very upfront. It's like he was an evil man. It's not even like I did bad things. He's like, no, I was evil.
Yeah, he doesn't try to hide it. And I think William respects that. And it's
Stop it.
I was wearing duct tape. There's still plenty of room for you, Dempsey. Don't doubt yourself.
Oh Lord. So Solomon's sleeping now, but now he's dreaming again. So we're back to basically the same dream we had just a couple minutes ago. Oh God damn it.
Roman's trying so hard to keep us on track.
He really is trying. A for effort, sir.
What? I don't want to know.
Look,
how bad is it? How bad is it, JV? Can we share it?
Awesome. I'm assuming that it's the same one that I have shared. And
all right,
available
JV,
if you want
share your.
No, I have it. I have it up.
Oh, okay. Someone share the thing.
Good.
I haven't shared. I just can't put it on screen.
What do you mean? Why?
I shared screen and
is it in the Friends of the Empire?
No. You have to accept the shared stream, Roman.
I don't know what's going on.
Send it to.
Oh, is that? No, I don't know what that is. Help me.
Look, I don't know.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Hold on.
Have you tried
I found it.
unplugging your modem and plugging it back in? Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I thought you liked breadsticks.
Sorry, I was just doing my duty. I was just doing my duty.
All right, that accepted. That may be the best one. That was solid. And yet horrible.
Thanks,
all at the
JT.
same time.
That was awesome. Thank you, JT. Great shot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the coastline there. Fuck all. That's good.
I don't know where this specifically was filmed, but I'm sure plenty of movies that I've seen film this similar location because it looks very familiar.
I don't.
It looks like
I would say that
looks like where they filmed
obviously
Prince
this is not
Caspian,
fucking
too.
Romania.
No.
So this must have been a secondary.
They
location.
probably just took a short trip down to the English coast or over to Ireland or something.
Yeah, I was about to say like the Irish.
Well,
Ireland,
I mean, maybe that's volcanic sand down there. It's black sand, and that's volcanic.
Maybe it's
rock you
Iceland.
can
It
see
could be
on the map.
Iceland.
Could be Iceland. Yeah,
Could be.
But I love this with the ship sailing and the the cross marking the demarcation. It's just beautiful. And he hears screaming, young Solomon, and it's his brother trying to take advantage of one of the local maidens. And this again, his brother is a fucking brute. He's a dickhead. He's an awful person.
Yeah.
And he's also fucking 10 times his size.
Right.
They get into a tussle. Oh, he scratches his cheek. Yes, they get into a tussle. And okay, a rule for those of you who don't know,
don't fight
by a cliff. Yes, that's like rule number 1. Don't fight near a cliff.
Bad things are bound to happen.
If you do not intend to yeet them off of
He
it.
didn't mean to do this. He gave him a shove, took a bad step, and away he goes.
So that
I'm hearing that.
there.
I'm hearing the goofy holler. Yeah.
That was England there. So just
It's good to be back, folks. You're welcome.
That's where they shot it.
Oh, thank you, Beard.
Yeah, that's where they shot that part of it, England. It didn't say where, but that
makes sense.
Yeah.
Where'd my beer go? Stop that. Stop. Jacob, stop taking my things. So William heard him screaming and Solomon wakes up and everything is done here in a way that makes sense. It's not just like, I heard some odd screaming. What a strange thing. And then, the man appears, but no, it's like, no, I heard you screaming in your sleep, bro. You need a therapist.
Right.
But this is the scene where William asks him to come with him. And where Solomon explains, you need to understand the kind of man that you want to travel with your family.
Not a good dude.
No, and again, these two actors together, I think they worked so well together because they're good at their trade.
Correct.
And again, look at the light shimmering off the lake, the branch in front of it. It's just good fucking framing as well.
Well, and throughout the entire thing, the contrast between the orange lights and the cold blue and dark backgrounds and things, it's so good.
Good lighting. Yeah.
Fantastic.
And William telling him this is my world right here. Basically, fuck my sons, they're retarded. This is my world.
I was the same thing. I was like, what about his sons? Like, dude.
Oh Lord.
Poor boy.
So
man.
he's willing to entrust his family with this man.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I believe the Lord has a plan for you.
Well, I mean, and if he really does believe that this guy if he trusts him when he says he's done these horrible, evil things, it was this basically demon on earth, but he believes that he truly has become a good man and turned his ways around, then that would make sense to take, this is a good man who can still do all the things that's needed to protect my family, which we find out in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so Catherine made him basically a Puritan suit. But he looks badass in it. Which is the difference here.
Hey, I'd rock that hat that he wears.
All right.
I would too.
Well,
but you got to be stomping with the shoes with the buckles on.
Oh, he would.
Oh, yeah.
He would.
But they got to have the heels. They got to be like the women's shoes with the big flap in the front and the buckles.
That hat is hardcore. I like that hat.
That's badass.
Yeah, me too. So,
and this is where the kids,
coast
he's like, "Oh, go ahead, Jake. I'm sorry."
Sorry, the coast where they filmed the castle scene there with his brother, and he knocked his brother off, is North Devon Coast, England.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't want to visit there because I imagine it's always cold.
Probably.
And I also don't like beans
the
on
pictures
my
of it. It's really pretty.
Isn't in the movie? Isn't that exactly where it's supposed to be anyway? I thought.
Yeah, this is England.
Yeah.
We're in England. It's actually it's Romania.
Oh,
But the
yeah,
story
no,
is
actually,
supposed to be in England.
okay, yeah, that's probably right. Shieldwall, that might be true. Yeah.
Like they're actually in Devon in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
So Zach's he is, and it's sadly because he's older now. He was such an underutilized actor. He is good in everything he is in, yet you don't see him in very many things. It just kind of sucks.
He was the what is now the Henry Cavill, who great actor, very underutilized.
That's an excellent comparison.
Yeah.
Well, because he winds up getting into different movies and stuff.
And except saying that Henry Cavill is a great actor.
Don't do that.
He's
We're not
better
here for,
than a
we're
lot
not here
of
for
others.
Cavill slander. We're not here
Why
for
you gotta
that.
do that? Why you gotta do
We're
that?
we're not here for that at all. We're not here
Have
for that.
you met me?
That's true. That's kind of his way. I love this scene where Samuel he's like, I heard you were a ship's captain. You're a great warrior. And basically he just kind of goads him into sword fighting with him.
Like,
with the sticks.
Oh yeah,
And
this
this, again, it's a very natural thing. It feels, but the problem with this, while this was happening, I could feel the thunder in the background coming.
Oh yeah.
It's
for sure.
You knew something terrible was going to happen because everything was lighthearted and they're all happy. And the
Not
look on
only
the
is
kid's
everybody
face immediately
smiling,
says
He
it.
might have been like, "Play with
Yeah.
me, Solomon. Boy, nothing terrible is gonna happen to me today."
he's probably gonna have to
And
tighten
Solomon's
his belt
like-
by one notch.
Get back. Go. Move. And Alice Creed, again, she's only in this movie for a very short time, but she's so good. The burned out church.
Woof.
This
That's
scene took me off guard. I didn't actually expect this.
That's gotta smell bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Gross.
Dude, it's like the 1600s. Everything smells bad.
Well,
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if
Blair.
how did you know something actually smelled bad?
Hey, Blair.
Blair,
They walk around in like leather outfits for days on end. Really
Leather
steals
and
some
wool.
flavor. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Leather
Roman,
and
you
wool.
were there. You know.
it's true. Everything smelled bad.
Yeah.
It's like if you left, say, a bologna sandwich in the sun for 14 days
Oh, gross.
In the car.
and then threw up on it and left
With
it there
mayo?
for another 14 days.
He's probably
Yeah,
like
you
once a
gotta
month.
have the mayo on it, of course.
All
San
of Great Britain at this
Francisco,
time smells
That's
like
what
ball
it smells like.
Help my brain.
I'm just saying.
If the mouse wants to come on, it looks like we're just going to have an opening. So the mouse is welcome to come on. So mouse, do your thing if you want to pop in. Their eyes are all burned out. If you look around, everybody's eyes are burned out. And look at the black. It's like a blast pattern. What
It's
happened?
like after
Right.
Mount St. Helens with all
And
the
that's
trees in
because
the
that's where
forest.
they were going to burn the witch on this stake here, and that's all. I think that might be all the firewood like blown out.
Yeah.
Hairdo.
And he
from
sees this little
glad that
woman
hairdo died out.
behind. That was not cool, by the way. So they see this little survivor over here.
It's a boy.
I thought it was a girl for the longest time, but it wasn't. It's a boy.
Wait, it was a boy?
Especially the screen.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a boy. Is that no?
Even
no.
little boys can be witches.
Though admittedly, I did rock that hairstyle in the 70s because we all did. That's because our mothers hated us. And that's how we ended up like this. So I thought this was great. They're just kind of questioning him, going through the emotions. But Solomon is getting a real fucking vibe here.
He's getting a vibe that he's not liking.
Yeah.
Boy.
That's okay. Hold on. I have to go back. That's not a boy. Witch burning survivor uncredited is Annette Hannah.
Oh,
really?
Okay.
Yes.
But confirmed. Okay.
Call him a boy here.
You guys have been brainwashed by the modern.
I thought he called her a girl.
Thank you,
I could have swore he said girl.
I swear to God, I thought it was a boy.
No, in the if you look at the X-ray or whatever it is for the
X-rated version, what?
No, the X-ray on the if you watch it on Amazon Prime, and it shows like everybody.
Yeah.
I hate X-ray. By the way, I wish it would fucking go away. It has a purpose. I wish you could turn it on or off though. You can't get rid of it. If I could get rid of it, I wouldn't have a problem having to do movies on this channel.
I'm sure you can, Roman. It's just that you can't get rid of it personally.
Well, then one of you needs to figure it the fuck out and tell me. Welcome, the real Bob Newman, to the show. I don't think we've met you before. Welcome to our stream talking about the fabulous and underrated Solomon Kane.
And here's Matt again, Rehab Refuge.
Yes.
Yeah, this
Demon in. Hello, sir.
Hey guys,
give us your thoughts here, Matt.
So two things to say about this movie. It's a really, really good movie, and the credit to that goes to James Purefoy.
Yes.
Who, even the minor roles he makes into great roles. I think he read the actual books, stories, whereas the people who wrote the movie didn't. So it's like the people who. The setting of the movie fits the short stories and all very well. He plays the character that way, but the sort of, I would say, like high sort of like lots and lots of magic part of it, that's not quite the Solomon Kane type of thing. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So, but this is a movie I would call like a 8 or 9 out of 10 movie, but like a 5 out of 10 adaptation,
Adaptation.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'd never read the original, so I wasn't. Yeah. I didn't even know that was the Conan guy until I started doing my research for the show.
Yeah. All of this stuff. I think all of our Robert Howard stuff is in the public domain now. Roman, I sent you a link to a book. Around the year 2005, which I think is when all of his stuff started coming into public domain. There were a bunch of cash grabs, I guess, but someone put out a book where they basically collected all of Robert E. Howard's, like his Solomon Kane stuff in one book, his Call of Atlanta stuff in another book, the Conan stuff was in 3 books and all that. So I sent a link to an Amazon to a collection of everything about Solomon Kane that Robert E. Howard ever wrote. Quite often they're on sale. Those editions are on sale on Amazon. And when I say everything, I mean.
I'm going to pull this off for a second.
Yeah.
Is that in my Twitter?
Yeah, it's in our DMs. Me and you. When I say everything, I mean like fragments of stuff too. Like we wrote a partial, which would have been in his notes somewhere. They put that stuff in these collections too.
Yeah, he had a lot of the character development happened in notes and letters that he would send to like H.P. Lovecraft, other bounce ideas back and forth. And
speaking of which, now you all know Robert E. Howard self-terminated basically at a young age.
Oh, this is the book. The book. Okay.
Yeah.
Earlier, man, I didn't realize
there is a long letter from H.P. Lovecraft in this book lamenting the passage of Robert E. Howard.
Wow.
Yes,
that is crazy because Lovecraft. I mean, Lovecraft is responsible for so much of our modern dark mythos, whether you know it or not.
Right.
Well, Howard and Lovecraft are the 2 most well-known authors of this, who created what we call open world that they want other writers to write in.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, and there is a little bit of crossover between the Legendarium and Howard's setting in a certain sense. You'll see a couple of the gods have the same names and things like that if you go deep into it, And it's almost it's in a lot of ways it's my favorite time in American writing. You know, you guys know Tolkien's my favorite author. He wasn't exposed to Howard's writing until in the 60s, right? But the executive Howard estate was Sprague de Camp and Lynn Samuels. They Camp knew Tolkien. They were like sort of friends, and not close friends. But so he sent him Howard's work, and Tolkien loved the Conan stuff. You know, so I think I don't know. I think he appreciated the created world and all that stuff, the deep lore. You know, but Solomon Kane, and this is another fascinating thing about Howard. During his lifetime, the only thing he made money on was Conan. Everything else, more, and he went to Conan very late in life. Whereas, because Conan, if you read everything else and then read Conan, you're like, hey, that was in Cole, and hey, that was in this, and and that was in Brackban Morn, and you know what I mean. Like he pulled a lot of stuff together to make the Hyborian Age and Conan. So it's, I mean, obviously it's more about the movie than it is about the book. But I always, you guys know, I would like to get the source material out there because as good as this movie is to enjoy, Howard stuff is excellent to read, and more people need to read it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to add this because right now I'm reading the second book in the Rosemary's Baby business, but I'm going through 70s phase right now. That's just kind of is what it is. But I'm gonna have to add this to my
there
pile.
Might be... Oh, Rosemary's Toddler.
Brings new meaning to the word the terrible twos. You know.
Exactly.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Roman, to hear you, buddy.
There are illustrations that were done expressly for these editions. You might be able to see some of them on the Amazon previews.
Oh, here, let me pull this off and take a look here. How do I get out of this?
If I weren't in the hospital, I would have this prepped, but you know.
I got a question for Ego real quick. Have you heard of this movie before today?
No. Well, the thing is, I get this movie and Season of the Witch with Nicolas Cage mixed up.
Okay.
So I
actually like that movie too.
Interesting that you mentioned that, Ego.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. We can actually view this stuff. Man.
A bunch of movies came out, like in that time period. This movie came out. Season of the Witch. The Vin Diesel film, The Last Witch Hunter.
It's Ironclad or something like that.
Well, Ironclad's not a supernatural movie. It is probably one of the best movies you'll ever see with James Purefoy in it. It's a medieval combat film. Yeah.
Oh, there's another one out there. Someone capture that because I need to find it because he's one of those actors who should be in a lot more things. So if there's something out there, I want to fucking see it.
Yeah. But no, I hadn't heard about this movie beforehand. It's I think 2009. I was 23, so I was just getting into grad school and I just moved to Philly. So like I went like deep dark hole on movies for a while just because of that. But I mean, I definitely would have watched it had it come out at the theater because this is definitely something worth it for me.
Yeah. Well, like I said, did do it all. I'll when I'm home, if I remember, I will try to look up. There's like 7 or 8 really solid of these medieval era horror movies that came out in this time period. I'll try to find the other one.
I totally do.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Let me know, man. Like that's I like things that are revolve around history too. So that works.
And you remember we were talking about the movie Van Helsing, and I said the character Van Helsing is really the character Solomon Kane. If you read those stories, you'll understand that. You know,
it goes that way. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I was confused. I was like, are you trying to copy Van Helsing or which one came first?
No, okay. Van Helsing and Dracula, probably the best depiction of him was in the Hammer films. I mean, in terms of the sort of, he was an intellectual. He was a little manic like he was in the Hammer films. By the way, if you this film you're watching, if you take out the sort of higher end supernatural stuff, is a very Hammer film-esque story, in terms of where the setting and the actors carry the film. You know what I mean? It's not based too much around gigantic battles and stuff. They happen, but yeah.
Oh, I mean, I like that. I like, the characters actually mean something.
Yeah.
There weren't a lot of characters, but like everyone had a specific role to play, and they played their role.
There are a lot of
I didn't see this.
There's a
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that about R2. So yes,
Yep, we'll say a prayer. Yep.
Oh,
prayers for R2. Everybody loves R2. Man. So yeah, wow.
Yeah, I hope everything goes well with that.
comes out okay.
Good luck, buddy. Good luck.
Much love.
If you've ever gone under anesthesia, it's kind of scary because you're like, well, this could be it. If I don't wake up, I'm not gonna know.
Just like 1 minute there, you're like, oh, okay, I'm here, and then out like.
Does laughing gas count?
No, that's just a good. That's just a good ride.
That's a good time.
That's a good ride. I'm talking like injectable, like you're going into surgery kind of stuff. Yeah, you just go on and that's it, and then you wake up and it was like a second happened.
Yep.
That's the best kind. It really is. Do the countdown.
The unsettling part is that when you go under, if you didn't come out of it, then well, that's it. So
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
I've come for your soul, Roman.
You die under anesthesia, and you go to heaven, and God goes, "I got some bad news for you."
I got some news for you.
You're not on the list.
I would say I already know the Yankees lost the World Series. Nothing's worse than that. It's like,
Yeah, stop reminding me. God damn it. Fucking Dodgers.
now another thing, we've got about the movie, the character. So this movie has a little more magic. That, like I said, I like the movie. Don't take me wrong, but Solomon Kane is a character whose faith is so strong, it actually enables him to hurt the supernatural.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out because I really enjoyed this. So if I enjoyed this, I will probably like the pure version even better.
yeah, this character kind of archetype has really influenced a lot of like role-playing games and video games and other types of things.
That kid is like, oh, you're on to me.
I gotta get why you guys thought it was a little boy. Just looking at that picture.
Swear to God, I thought that was a boy.
Modern role-playing games, fantasy role-playing games, are literally based on the combination of Tolkien and Howard's work.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Beard, is that true?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know. By the way,
speaking of,
what's happened? Something's happened. A disturbance in the force.
Squeaker!
We have, if you build a better mousetrap, she will come.
Yes, you will.
That. It is
I watched this time.
Oh my God.
Thanks for having me.
hey, Squeaker.
Hi, how you doing, man?
This is great.
I'm surviving, Squeaker. Or one day after another.
You keep yourself safe.
And I think they can see Beard from space now. His face is
right.
So, Squeaker, I have to ask
Shieldwall, I think you should put Squeaker on top.
Hey-o!
Damn it. So,
naughty.
When you watch this movie, because this was the first time watch through for you, I'm totally trying to fix this. When you watch this for the first time, which was today, I think, yes?
Yes, it was.
Did you think this was a boy or a girl?
Girl, totally a girl.
Really? You got girl. I got boy. I don't know why.
Well, even when she was in the village crying, I mean, it's a girl.
It was a rough time.
Telling you, everyone's
been
brainwashed by the radical left
girl.
mind virus.
Look at the pictures of this girl. I think she gets confused for a boy a lot.
Well, they showed her throat like 18 times, guys. You know what girls don't have? What girls don't have that boys do.
Front teeth.
No.
Ability to drive.
Eyebrows, Squeaker. Eyebrows.
Yeah.
So she marks Meredith here, though, and we don't know what this is about. At first, you think maybe she's going to get possessed. That's actually what I thought was going to happen. I thought she was going to get taken over, but that didn't happen. She's got marked.
I mean, I just took it as like the old trope of the black spot being marked by the devil or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah. I was like,
is that what that means?
Over or something.
That's what I took it as. I don't know. I ain't educated. That's just what I thought.
I thought it would be an infection. Okay.
And then the witch shows herself here.
Yeah.
That was good.
He's coming for you, Solomon Kane.
This was a great effect. I thought this was brilliant.
She reminded me of the witch from Evil Dead.
I was
about to
Oh
yeah.
I was waiting for Ash to come out to start.
It was a great transition. It scared the snot out of me.
Shop smart. Shop as smart.
Exactly.
Not today, lady.
Groovy.
Not today.
And then she blows up into bats or birds or some fucking thing.
Gross.
That's another one. Another one of those medieval horror. It's called The Witch. That's right. There you go. You guys are reminding me of stuff as we talk.
Is that the Neil Blomkamp one or?
No, it's about a woman. You're not sure if she's. I'm not going to spoil it, but she's. Some people think she's a witch. Some people don't, and strange things happen.
Who directed that?
Who's the director of that one, Matt?
Was that the same guy that did The Northman?
I'll take a look.
Oh, good film.
No, I don't think it was. It's another smaller director, but The Witch was like on the list of.
Yeah.
But the director himself, or I'm assuming it's a dude, but
Robert Eggers.
Yeah, that's
it wasn't
Eggers.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a fucking awesome director.
Because
Nosferatu is coming out. Nosferatu is coming out next month.
Because what's her name was in the Witch movie, and she was also in the
Anna Joy.
Anna Taylor-Joy. Yeah, I have not.
His
seen
eyes
it.
are slightly too
around.
far apart for me.
Season of the
Create a
Witch.
blue.
Hey,
Is that the one we're talking about?
wait, my son, you're awake. What the fuck? You have to get up in like 3 hours to go to work. I love my son. So now we're going into, so we see there's a whole bad element at work going on too.
What's up?
Where
Really bad.
they're
This
rounding
is a
people
great
up.
scene, by the way. The shot here. They have that like dark, evil-looking tree back there. The rain. That's one thing this movie does really well is they set these scenes up with backgrounds that make the sort of intensity of the emotion better. You know what I mean? Doesn't detract from it.
Leatherface.
Oh,
yeah,
this
is
is
we get our first look at this guy.
That's
This was
such a
again,
good
he's like the
costume.
Darth Vader style character. He is just evil. He never speaks. But he speaks, I think, through the people he possesses. Or is that Malachi? Well, I guess we'll figure it out.
Malachi.
No, it's this guy does it too, I think.
Yeah, so they're like, well, if you want to become one of us, you have to become one of us. And that's not as easy as it sounds. Laying on it, look at that mask. That mask is great.
I was thinking more of like the Urukai. I was thinking he was going to do like one hand.
Yes,
you kind of do get
I was
that
waiting
too.
for it.
Yeah.
And
Whom
then
do you serve?
It's the mind
The
virus.
films, though, man. The films got me. Ugh.
That is such a basic filmmaking technique to do the pan across, to do the hide, the switch between the different shots. But it still works so good.
It works very
you're
well.
so like focused in on what's happening to him, you don't even notice it really.
And then he has a skin condition.
A little bit.
Yeah, there's a cream for that.
And he's like, it's good. But again, that and also reminding me of the Evil Dead a little bit here.
It's good.
It's good.
The black eyes.
That's good drugs.
Yeah, that was very nice.
And here we are back with the Puritans doing their thing. And there's the mark.
Yeah,
it's like it doesn't hurt.
No.
Yeah, if y'all noticed, it's the same mark that's on the Leatherface's chest plate.
Oh, really?
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Okay.
I didn't catch that either, Jacob.
Good job, Jacob.
Nice.
Well done, sir.
Nice.
Well done, sir. Is this bad? It's not
yes,
good.
it is, Jana. Yes, it is.
Yes.
The mouse is
girl.
in the house.
They let me back in, Jana. I don't know why they let me in.
Too many jokes. Too many jokes.
For good behavior, because
to be fair,
you
shoot
got
a
in
hole in the
on
wall.
good behavior.
I came because Mando said so.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Wow.
She did. She messaged me.
I did. I said, "Come here, Squeaka."
Come here.
I have to go have an erection about something else. Excuse me. Pardon.
Oh
no. Beard, get in here with these. Come on.
You know, you tried to just run a regular show, folks, but no.
You can never have a regular show, Roman.
Welcome.
Also, you should highlight Jana's message as well.
Well, okay. So in this still here, right?
Again, folks, it's trying to run a show.
So in this still here, they have a darker foreground, right, with the characters. So use a brighter background to emphasize the characters, to draw your eyes more intently to them. The cinematography work in here was great.
Oh, it really is.
It was so good. Yeah, the kid's waking up. He's like, "Hey, Solomon, there's some fucking dudes
something bad
around."
happened. Something's bad.
But he doesn't understand nearly as bad as it is.
Right.
So as soon as Solomon gets up and he sees all this fucking madness at work, he's like, "Oh fuck."
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
And the kid's like, "Hey, we're gonna have an
family.
adventure," and he's like, "No, you go back to your fucking family."
No, Samuel, no. Oh, I'm gonna cry again.
This was a sad. Everything
this
coming
is-
up is just as soon as they get back, everything's on fire and there's fuckery going on.
It all just goes
like one of your streams, Roman.
Right.
You think it's going to be all right, but no. There's
This is
fire
where we get
and
into
there's fuckery.
This is where we get into what I was talking about earlier about he's renounced all of the evil ways, but this guy trusted him because he used to be this evil guy who's good. So he thought that he could still do those things.
Right.
And then he stands there and watches him take no action.
This was very hard to watch.
Yeah.
Honestly. That with Solomon not acting was just very, very difficult. It's like, dude.
And then he decides to act, and it's like, oh, a little late there, pal.
Yeah.
It is. It's like, it's slightly too late.
He didn't want to kill anybody, but he tried to save him, but it's just not these kind of people.
Well,
they don't care.
But that goes back. But that goes back to what the monk said. Some people's path is painful. Well, Solomon Kane, his path to redemption is not going to be a man of peace. He is the weapon. Is what he is.
I thought about that several times in this movie, that phrase that I don't think anybody really knows who it's attributed to, and it's reworded a couple different times, so I'm probably going to get it wrong. That the people sleep soundly at night because rough men stand ready to do violence in their name.
Yeah.
And he needs to now that he needs to be the rough man ready to do violence, but he just can't do that.
Right.
But once
because
he realizes,
he's so afraid.
Think about David
he is
in the
afraid,
Bible.
But once
David
he
in the
sees
Bible
what happens here.
was a violent man, but he was for God. He did it for God.
Yes.
I don't think
Solomon
it's fear.
was a
I
bad
think he's
man. Go ahead, Squeak. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's fear. I think he just doesn't know another way, and this is the way he was told by the monks. Like, you have to do no more violence. I don't think it's fear of doing that. Like he says later on, I think that killing became easy to him. Like, it's not fear. It's just, this is the only way I know, and I can't see another way, so I have to stick to this path.
And
I
then
think it's if he
also
does
trying to talk
or
him down
killed.
here.
Well, and then
sorry, Joker, go ahead.
And then later on in this scene, he says, "If I commit an act of violence now, I have damned my soul to hell. That's a price. Okay, I'll pay that price now because
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's why he thinks it's the only way. Like, he thinks this is the only way.
Yeah.
This was just so hard to watch, though.
That was.
Oh my gosh! I can't watch it. You'll make me do it again, Roman.
Close your eyes, Squeaka.
Tell me when it's over.
And just hum.
It's okay.
Well,
he's
he's pleading with them. He's saying, no, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this.
Solomon Kane is John Wick, and Samuel is the puppy.
Yep.
I haven't seen John Wick, so I'm okay with that.
I haven't either.
What?
Little mouse.
How do you know culture?
Never saw
No.
Never
That's why
saw it.
Roman lets me in. He's gonna have one uncultured person.
Nor me either. I've never watched them.
Yeah.
No. Look at the look on the kid's face, though. It's just a
Roman, I don't
pleading
want to
look.
look at.
He is.
And they're like,
Yeah, and he's-
they're
and he's
like,
calling out
Solomon,
to him.
fucking
Oh,
do
okay,
something.
okay.
And then
Okay.
look.
And the
That
Squeaka.
knife is a
Hide your
blade
eyes.
catcher.
You can look at me, Squeaka.
Squeaka. Hide your eyes.
And we know what happened.
Go back to the kids. It's look. Go back to the kids.
What's that,
look.
Joker?
Go back to the kids. It's look. He is disappointed.
Yeah.
Because what he's saying here, what he's actually calling out is not save me. He's like, I know you can kill them. It's like he has like faith in him. He's
Yes.
like, you can do
That
this.
knife-
You can do this.
Yeah.
He's not afraid. The kid is not afraid. He's telling him, you can do this.
Right.
I'm just pointing out the knife. That is called a blade catcher. It's to
Yep.
catch somebody's blade in so they
Knife fights.
Yes, I was disappointed he
Sword
didn't
fight.
actually really use that, where you can catch it and like twist it, and if it's a brittle enough sword, you can actually break it.
Yeah, if it's like a
Yep.
rapier,
Oh.
it'll snap it. If you watch the 1974 Three
twig.
Musketeers,
Yes.
there's a dude that has one in it that uses it.
Right, Squeaka.
Oh.
Keep your eye. You
Yeah,
keep
I like that one. That's my favorite Musketeer.
I wanted to.
Yep.
As you can think of me.
Go ahead.
Her comment.
Speak at once.
Her comment.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Okay, so
No.
are we over with the scene? We good?
Well, we're at the end. I mean, this is the parents crying out.
Okay.
And this is where
So
Solomon
it's
has
okay,
a
Squeaka. You can
very distinct and dark.
I had a problem with this scene in kind of like what happens with it. I don't know. Me personally, I think he should have acted sooner, because what
Yes.
happens is the kid
Right.
dies and then he winds up doing it anyway. So he just
Yep.
might as well
Well,
have done
right.
it and saved him.
See, that's what I was getting at earlier, is because he knows that the devil is coming after him because he's been so evil for so long. That's why he's got all the markings on his body. He's been hiding. He's been trying to basically escape hell by becoming this pious, good man. And the only way that he can save that kid is to kill somebody
Do
and
the
condemn
thing.
himself to hell. So he's trying his hardest because he doesn't want to go to hell. He's trying his hardest to find some way out of it. And I think he nearly talks his way out of it. But then we see that guy who has the knife to Samuel's face. You see that look come over his face, and even like some of his skin change once like the influence starts hitting him.
Well, okay. And
go
back
yeah,
one moment. Go back one moment.
Which
No.
one, JV?
Keep going that way. Next one. Next one. Next. Here. Where he looks up and he's like,
oh yeah,
is this all I am? A weapon.
Yeah.
Is this all I am?
Blunt instrument. Yeah.
So
but the fact of the matter is, yes, that's what his purpose was.
Yeah.
when they did this movie, it was intended to be an origin story. He doesn't really have this type of origin story in the novels and the short stories. And their intent was, if they could do sequels, they would adapt more of the material. So they were saying, how do we get him to the mental state he was in the short stories in an origin story? So personally, I would have skipped the whole origin story and had an adventure of Solomon Kane, personally. But that's kind of why when you're questioning, like, why is he going through all this? Because they're specifically trying to get him to the state he would be in for the actual source material. You know?
Okay.
And right here is where he makes the choice.
All right. You done. Here he is Blade in Blade 2. You do not know who you are fucking with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he takes out like fucking 10 guys?
Yeah.
Because the problem is you still have the innocence there.
You're late.
Yep.
The problem is you're late.
Yep.
The old man.
You made your choice.
William takes two
I would
swords
have
to the gut.
preferred if he would have come back to the scene and they were already like this, dead, and the guys had like taken off.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "All right, now I'm gonna do it." And then he comes into like a clearing with them, and they're like, "Oh, look, it's Mr. Passive Guy." And then he goes ham on him and like cutting heads off and stuff.
I thought that's what would happen actually.
Yeah, because just watching everybody die while he stands around kind of didn't quite do it.
That sucked.
Yeah, I agree.
That was the only part of the movie I kind of didn't like. Was that also the guy's mask made out of skin or whatever? Like, why is it all stitched together like that? Why doesn't he have just have a regular mask? If he,
You know what?
doesn't want
That wouldn't be as cool.
Because it's cooler.
You know what the scene? You know what the scene reminded me of tonally? Do you remember in Game of Thrones when the Hound had befriended all those outlaws?
Yes.
And then he came back and like he was on the road with the guys who killed them all and all that. You know, yeah, that tonally like they unleashed a force they weren't prepared for type of thing.
Yes. Yeah. And speaking of the Hound, he is in this film too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he is. That's right. Yeah.
They've taken the girl,
right,
and he's pursuing on foot, which obviously isn't going to work out. So he's got to, but they're going down a path, so he's having to manage that. Oh, he just goes back and he goes and sees old William dying, and this is kind of the changing point for. So he's already decided he's going to do violence again, but it's the kind of the question of motive.
It's righteous.
And he's like, and William, this scene I thought this was good. He's like, I've got a foot in heaven already. If you save my daughter, you will be redeemed.
I was scared the wife was gonna like do something and off herself too. I was really kind of scared of that.
A little bit, yeah.
No, instead she joined the Borg and attacked Earth through several centuries later.
I mean,
maybe it's because I've been playing the game Dragon Age Origins, but I kind of got the feel at the beginning of the game where the wife decides to stay with her husband as he's bleeding out.
I do have to say, and I'm not trying to be like religious when I say this, the moral and ethical messaging of Christianity and violence is not, this movie's not depicting it accurately. It is perfectly acceptable to fight against evil.
Oh, yeah.
You know, yeah. So. Yeah.
So we got the full look of Solomon Kane going on now.
Yep.
Yeah, Dempsey.
These shots were
Puritans
great.
Were very against self-deletion.
Yeah, I realized that after I thought it. It was just in the moment I was like, "Oh no, not Mom, you." Mm-hmm. Especially when he hands over the locket with the picture of both of them, or no, she hands it over to him. I was like, "Oh no, she's not about to." And then I was like, "No, wait, she's probably not."
It's so he can find their daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was to remember
how
bitch he was.
That was awesome. I'm buying me one of those. Got you now.
Right.
I'm buying me two of
those.
It
was really well done.
Yeah, you are.
There's so many. There are so many scenes in this where it's just like, you know, there's not, if we break it down, it's not a lot happening, but damn is it badass, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Because like kind of like we were saying a little bit earlier, that it's kind of like a Darth Vader Emperor Palpatine thing where it's kind of like they're here and we get to them eventually, but they're not really they are the big bad, but he's not really fighting against them. He's fighting against like the infection that they've brought into his world. So that's kind of like the main antagonist. It's we got basically the big bosses at the end of the video game level, but his main focus is kind of everything else that's hurting everybody else, and specifically who's taken and abducted this girl.
And if you guys notice, if you remember the pictures of Solomon Kane from the book before, his outfit has morphed into the Solomon Kane outfit now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this scene was important because they overtook the carriage of prisoners. Or he overtook the carriage of prisoners, and he's like screaming at this lady, "Look at the locket!" And then he sees her, And
she starts pleading with him as if he was as bad as the guys who had just abducted her.
Yes,
saying, "Just please let me go, don't hurt me." And that's kind of like when his previous really evil self that we see kind of manifest right here fades back into the background because he realizes that he's trying to do good.
I still get it. Like, he's frantic. Like, like, have you seen this person? I'd be the same way.
Yep, and then
Leatherface.
Leatherface. Yeah, they got the marked girl. The displacement from the bad people. This scene is great.
Scene.
I'm gonna take a very quick out here, but just talk amongst yourselves for about 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
2 minutos.
Go on.
I love the scenery of this scene, just like right here, just like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and again, they use the brighter background to make you focus on the darker foreground stuff.
Right.
Well, and just the whitewash on the church, like I love this scene.
It's very.
I didn't like the creepy people in the basement, though.
No,
Did not either.
It's also kind of comic booky too.
Yeah, you discriminating against creepy people in the basement. There, that's like
light background.
Yeah, that's right, Jacob.
That's the folks in the under level. That's the under level of Gotham.
I was a bit mad at him for not taking care of his horse, though, because he should have unsaddled that horse. And I understand he's got a thing to do, and he could leave any minute, but he's been riding for 3 days straight. That horse needed to be unsaddled and taken care of.
Poor horsey.
That's a professional movie horse. They have the saddles built into them now.
Right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're born that way.
Yeah.
I like what Solomon Outdoors just said. Perfect. I show up and Roman left. Perfect timing.
So Squeak Up. How was Red Fair?
There's not a Ren Fair in this movie.
I know.
Oh my god.
I mean, it is set during the darker time period, but there's not one in the movie. So, the priest guy, was he really a priest? Or
yeah, he was.
I think so, yeah.
I think so. So how was the Ren Fair?
Yeah, that was his congregation.
But was it really like, or would he just like take up residence at this church and call himself a priest?
I think
those were his patrons under the people in the basement were the people of his church.
I'm with you, Jacob.
And he was feeding people to them.
For the people who saw this for the first time, was it the first time you saw James Purefoy?
Yes.
I think so, maybe.
No, because I had seen him in he was Prince Eric in A Knight's Tale.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've seen that. That's where I've seen him before. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Jacob, when I get back home from rehab and do my show again, we got to do a James Purefoy filmography.
Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's cool.
Well, my favorite role of his is still from Rome as Mark Antony. He was just so good in that.
Also good in that.
Rome is just a great series anyway.
Damn it. Why did I not put the Knight's Tale connection together? Because I actually thought of a quote from that earlier or later in this movie.
Guys, I got to bounce.
Standing beside him. And I
Sammy.
Bye, Sammy Bear.
Bye.
Later.
Bye, guys.
Sammy, what are you doing? Are you off the gooch or what are you doing?
No, I'm off from Gooch. I am hanging out with Yeti Yeth and Vex Electronica on the 8750 podcast.
Cool.
You know, post-election talk.
Farewell, my
Spoiler alert, Ho's mad. But yeah, other than that, I might be on B-Sides tomorrow, but I'll definitely be on my show that I started doing every Sunday, and that's in Other News with Sammy Threepeat. Come check it out. You know, I'm making evergreen content out of the news. We have no shortage of idiots. You know, so we will never run out.
More idiots? I volunteer for idiots. I'm an idiot.
You are welcome anytime.
Tell Vex Telvex, hello.
No,
Tell Bexy I love her.
and my panelists aren't idiots. My
sister
panelists are
love.
experts.
Sisters. And
Bye,
brothers.
guys.
Later, Sammy.
Later, man.
Later, Sammy.
Bye, Sammy.
This is a family.
Someone says Taco Bell.
Look at the imagery here, though. It is so good. We were talking about that before. Apparently, I went to the bathroom and lost 2 viewers. Sorry about that, guys. I drink. It's the beer. The beer has to get out somewhere, folks. But the shot just looks great. Again, we talk about the cinematography in this. It's just so well done.
Well, and it's again playing with the warm tones and the cold tones because he's walking to a church, so the lighting switches to a warm tone, and then when it takes the shift that we're about to see, it shifts back to cold tones again.
I got some V for Vendetta vibes too of the outfit, at least.
A little bit.
Oh no, yeah,
I
I
like
get
how
that.
in the backgrounds too. There's a very good play on what was broken, what's not broken, what's still standing, what's half broken. Like it's kind of really cool how they played with the set.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at the flow of the cape in that. It's
Bring back capes.
Bring back capes.
That's
all I have on right now is a cape. I mean,
there'll be none of it. Do not speak of that name. I don't like him.
Who was the man with the cape? Why is he wearing the cape? Where'd he get the cape?
the cape store. Come on.
This priest was creepy.
The cape priest. I got you, beard.
Oh my god.
That creep is
Mackenzie Crook.
Rigetti from the Pirates of the Caribbean films.
And
yeah,
also,
he was he had the glass eye or whatever.
Yep.
Kept falling out.
Yep.
He's actually
So
really
he's the
underrated
priest.
too. I
He's
think.
the only. He's like the only one left.
He was in The Office too, the British version.
Yes.
Yep.
And you think everything's going okay here?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I
he's
started to like this guy.
You know, he's kind of fucked up, but he just lost everybody. You get it again. Beautiful fucking shot.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much of this is set or if they just kind of found this old fucking place. I actually don't know.
I mean, honestly, you could get away with doing the basic bare bones of building something to get that silhouette.
Just like
your mind fills in everything else.
Horrible film.
It is. It's a time of day. It just works out really well.
Yeah.
Joker, we don't mention that movie anymore.
Well,
what
we do. Well,
Wolven, is that the movie?
What we do to have to remind Roman of the horrible choices that he tortured us with.
And I'm sorry about that. And I'm sure I'm going to make more.
I'm a horrible choice for
Admiral Adama.
No, you're not.
So the priest is getting, Solomon gets that evil vibe thing going. I feel evil, and the priest is like, the only evil is under the church. And he's like, what?
What? Oh, these were friends and family.
So did I miss where these were made from? Like, what are these? What happened?
I didn't know that either. I was going to ask that.
They're his flock. They're the members of the church.
Well, I got that, but how did they turn them
how did they get like that?
Like Malachi swept through and basically turned them into evil monsters, kind of that kind of thing. Yeah, he kind of briefly alludes to it, but they don't really get into details. This is one of the things that I would like to get a little bit more detail because obviously Malachi is sweeping across this land like a plague, leaving almost nothing behind.
These are all
and
this was creepy.
And why do they not? Why do they not eat each other? Why is there not just one left?
Because
like
everyone, code of conduct. Everybody has a code.
See, I kind of see it a little bit like how was it that orcs used to be elves that were twisted and such like that. So this is kind of what I see. This is like these are humans that have been twisted in the darkness. They don't see themselves as like food or anything like that. They have this kind of like animalistic mentality where they're like the pack.
But when he injures one, they start eating it. I mean, if that was the case, they wouldn't have eaten it. That's why I said I don't understand why they didn't turn on one another. Because they're like, they're like going to town.
A lot of things do that where they prey on the weak or whatever, but they won't do it like sharks and stuff. Like if one shark gets bit, then the other ones will start biting it. But until then, they're just kind of out there hanging around. It's like the blood.
Aliens on Galaxy
Quest.
Oh my
God. Prosthetics.
It's the whole don't act like food thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like if there's a bear near you in the forest, don't act like food and hopefully it won't eat you. You know,
well, also, like I said, it could be just the sight of blood drives him into a blood frenzy.
Yeah,
you know.
Fair.
So he bursts out of that little back area into the graveyard. And who's there to greet him? The corrupted versions of the assholes who beat the shit out of him earlier. Hey, it's the guy who don't fight.
Well, about that.
Yeah.
And this is interesting because you have the great angel. I mean, assuming this is Michael, the angel behind them with the sword. Just again, the shots themselves are just brilliant.
And the way that the angel has its head down, as opposed to some of them looking up or sideways, it's down as if it's like, I'm not going to witness this fight, but I'm here with you. Like it's really cool.
There's so much of that there because I did want to interrupt to mention it earlier, but I'm pretty sure the crucifix inside that church has no head. We don't know that it's way
no,
back
there wasn't. Jesus had a head.
Okay, because at least in some shots,
I want to say, every time I see those type of angel statues, I'm spoiled and think weeping angels all the time now.
Yes.
Don't
oh, I know.
Yeah.
Don't blink.
Oh, are those the weeping ones, the bad ones?
Yes.
Yes.
Doctor Who.
Oh.
Doctor.
Yeah, this is the guy who don't fight. And he's like, yeah, about that.
Well, I had to change of heart, so.
And good fight scene. Look
He
at the
just
wing.
found a six-pack of
Look at the framing here with the wings of the angel around him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Actually,
so he does some
it kind of makes me think of it just occurred to me. He used to have a T-shirt way back in the day. It was like this knight in big armor, and had wings out behind it, but the wings are made of scythes, like an angel of death sort of thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
metal band.
Yeah, it would have been great. But that's kind of what I was thinking here. It just occurred to me. It's like, yeah, he's got the wings of an angel, but he is not bringing anything other than
he is death. So right now he's asking this dude, because he shows him the picture of Meredith, and he's like, oh, and of course he's lying because he's an evil, twisted fuck. She's dead. She's dead. And basically he's like, well, she's dead. Fuck you. And he feeds him to the fucking ghouls down below.
Right.
There's, again, this angel who also looks an awful lot like Solomon Kane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right. The face on it does have some similar features. Very. And
then, this was he rides in here, and they're all looking at him either as a maybe savior or as a someone with ill intent.
Well, I mean, imagine it. They're scavenging and stuff.
I think he gets both looks as he's riding in, though. You get the people who are looking at him like they're like, he's an asshole. Please help us.
Yeah, and he rolls in and he's got 3 horses, and I mean, obviously he's somebody. He's at least stolen somebody's horses.
Is that cheese or bread? I don't know what it is. It doesn't look healthy.
It's not. It's
cheese.
not.
I believe it's cheese.
He's making himself. So these were his old mates when he was.
And the one on the right, that's the one on the right. That's my favorite character because his name in the script is simply.
Is that Beard?
That's Beard.
Yeah, nice.
So the younger man is like, that's Captain Kane, and so they want him to help them unfuck things, but of course he's got himself in a state right now because he thinks
he's failed. Yeah.
So he thinks his mission is, I'm dead. I'm doomed. I'm going to fucking hell. I might as well get drunk. Because
he expects he's going to hell anyway, but now he's going to hell not having fulfilled his promise, not having done any good.
Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, and is there a better reason to get drunk? I mean, I'm just saying.
I'll allow it.
I mean, do you need a reason to get drunk?
Some of us could be doing that right now.
Some of us are doing that right now.
Beard, you're in trouble.
Some of us wishes it was doing it right now.
Why do you think I'm drinking?
So the black-eyed, converts of Malachi are coming in looking for Solomon Kane. And this was, I didn't actually think this was going to go through like this. They fucking nail him to a fucking cross.
Yep.
And haul him up.
Oh.
And I'm not got the masked man watching on as it happens. And he doesn't even care. He doesn't fight. He just fuck off, whatever. Fuck you. And it just happens. I don't even think he cries out.
He has resigned himself to this. Why continue fighting? Because he's going to go to hell anyway.
No, of course, this is a little bit too, on the head here with the 3 crosses.
It's a little, it's just a little,
little on the head. It's just like,
but I mean, it still does fit with the tone of the movie and everything. So
it does.
I don't hate it.
But they didn't secure the wrist, so it's not like they would stay up there anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
Hand rip right open, and then these guys are secured. They're tied up. I don't know if he is or not.
Or break their legs.
Right. They break the legs so they suffocate.
Right.
So then comes a wagon. And who's in the wagon?
Meredith.
It's Meredith, who's apparently the only clean person in this time period.
Clean is relative.
And
she sees him.
Her vision is amazing. I mean, seeing from a distance in the rain, it's just.
And it was pouring down.
Yeah. How did he overshoot this too? Because she's just leaving town. Like, how long has she been there before she's casually going by like this?
Oh, guys, I gotta go, guys.
All right, Matt.
All right, Matt. Hey, thanks.
Take care, man.
Thanks for
Matt,
being here.
good to have you here, my brother.
Yeah, thanks. Good to be here. Talk to you later.
Buddy.
All right,
later, bro.
I'll talk to you later, buddy. Again, prayers for our brother Matt. Glad he was able to join us tonight.
Yeah, always great to have Matt on.
He knows so much about this stuff. He's the man who knows all the things about all things. I don't joke when I say that shit.
Yeah.
And we get Solomon Kane screamed at least 47 times as she's riding away. But when he hears it though, he looks up and that's the Meredith part. And then this is pretty fucking tough. He rips his hands off the fucking nail.
He becomes Hulk Hogan.
Quite honestly, it's going to be kind of worthless after this, but that's fine. Falls into the mud and fucking, Jimmy, Jobby, and Jackoff come up. And they're like,
in the credits, that is their actual names.
Jimmy, Jobby, and Jackoff.
That's hilarious.
But this is where his crew has been like hiding out because these guys are going to take him out, and his crew shows up and take out the bad guys.
Ooh. See, this is why I'm upset that I didn't make the Knight's Tale connection, because when they ran up, I thought of the line where the prince meets him in the stockade and is like, "You tilt when you should withdraw, but your men love you too," and like that whole and so it's like his men are here for him, even though he's just giving up on life. It's like, this is so great.
So we go back to this. He's in the healing mode. Whatever.
Get your pagan ways away from me. It's my pagan ways that have kept you alive, you ass.
Pretty much.
It's like what is it, Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp when he thinks he's getting healed by the his beliefs, but not really.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Christina Ricci has that effect on people.
I mean,
that's fair. That is fair.
It's the eyebrows.
It is.
Wait, he has a head?
You're wasting me with your eyebrows.
Yeah, it's called a forehead.
It's always the
forehead.
Oh God, he doesn't want to do a show. So he's checking out his stuff now, and his wounds are almost completely healed. So the Dirt Witch's black magic is healed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't go entirely in hands.
What the fuck happened?
Well, I told him that you were going to save his soul, Captain. And he's like, "Hey, you fucking chimp."
This looks like an actual physical location that they filmed in, not a set, because it's hard, at least on a set, to get
it does. Yeah, the way the
hound,
the overhead. Yeah,
there's the hound.
Yeah,
there is the hound.
I mean, because you can chill, you can chill a set, but it's still really hard to get it cold enough that you can get that visible breath in every single shot. You can get it if they hold it and breathe it out, but when people are talking, that kind of the natural exhalation, you don't really get it. But you get it in this shot. So wherever they film this makes it so much more believable.
It was in Romania or whatever. Yeah, there's probably all kinds of salt mines and ancient copper caves,
interesting
from, like,
shots.
Paleolithic era.
Yeah, who got that job? Find us a cave.
Okay.
Go.
That is really
Digging
cold.
underground.
So now they are back off to.
Well, and I think it's at this point that he realizes, oh shit, this is my home that they're at. And
Yeah, it's because I mean it's very hard for. I mean, quite honestly, I mean all of fucking England looks the same. It's dark and it's rainy and it's shitty. So trying to figure out exact location, he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm home," because they're talking about where the evil sorcerer Malachi has set up camp.
Yeah, because they tell him where it is, and he says like that's where my dad rules. I didn't even know he was dead, and I was like, oh, that's foreshadowing right there.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. I like this part with the witch. It's great.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna. He's like, we're not gonna go through the front door. Like you fucking monkey. So they go through some kind of drainage system here to come into the courtyard.
Well, then how are we?
Solomon Kane crawled through 200 yards of shit.
I bet he smelled like a bed of roses.
In the wrong direction.
Well, there's enough rain; it'll wash off
both
quick.
ways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but this thing with the witch is great. This is basically his boomstick moment.
Boomstick.
This is my boomstick.
They're calling him out, and then fuck you. And then things go pretty crazy really fast though. So all the possessed soldiers come out again. I don't even know how many actors they had doing this, but however many they had, it looks solid. The effect is good. And then this.
All us bald guys look the same.
Big
so you could probably
badass
use
stuff.
just 3.
Vader look right there. Vader look right there.
Yeah. Hey, Joker. He Vadered.
He Vadered.
That's not some kind of Urban Dictionary sex thing, is it?
No.
Okay,
if you know, you know. If you don't, it doesn't matter.
It's Chris Randolph. Hi, Vader.
Forget the name of it, but I really like the bad guy's sword. I forget what it's called. A falchion, I think.
Okay.
Falchion.
I don't know much about sword names. I just know they look cool, and I want one on my wall.
Oh no, it's not.
That's fair.
I'm mistaken. It's not. It's double-edged.
Right.
Again, we go back to costumes and framing here.
Mm-hmm. You know, some of these shots, part of me thinks that some of that rain was added in post just because there's so much of it. Like, it's easy to soak somebody, just like douse them in water because they're going to be on camera for like 10 seconds and you can get your shot and move on. And so I have to think some of that is digital. And if it is, it's 100% believable.
Yeah.
But it was Romania though, so you don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could just been raining all the time.
It can't rain all the time.
Yeah, it can't.
So now he's going through the cells where the prisoners are. He's trying to find Meredith, but instead he finds this old man.
Papa.
Daddy.
It's his father.
No,
and this
Daddy,
is the
no.
big reveal scene. So again, Max von Sydow, you get Max von Sydow for like 2 minutes in this fucking movie, but it's worth it.
Well, and yeah, it's a nice scene too because he's letting everybody else out. He gets this guy who doesn't move, and he could have easily just been like, "All right, I'm done here."
Fuck it. Yeah,
he's got a goal now. He's got a goal, and he puts that goal aside to help out this old man, not knowing who he is.
Well, also, I didn't know if he was going to go back for the other prisoners. Quite honestly, when he was going through and he didn't find her, I was like, "Oh fuck, he's just going to leave him there," but he didn't. He actually freed all the other prisoners. And then there's the last cell here, and he can't free him. He can't cut because the binds are made with dark magic. So he can't cut them.
Right.
And what he explains to him, because this is when Solomon, tells his father, "I killed Marcus, the dick, your son, my brother." And he's like, "If only you had killed him, we would have been spared all of this."
Well, thanks.
He didn't die. He summoned. He was all fucked up, but he didn't die. So he summoned a sorcerer to bring him back, which seems like an extreme, quite honestly.
This is where we find out that the deal is made by their father, and
and that is why he is also affected.
Yes, that's well, okay. Yes, that's true. I guess I didn't make that connection, but this is why Malachi has his like power channeled through this castle, because he has the deal with his dad. So that's what we see here. He's basically like, there's one way out. You have to kill your brother, and turns his pistol on him, says, and me too, because then there'll be nobody else to have power over this. I guess he didn't really say your brother first, because I think the father, now that I'm thinking about it, thinks that there's still a chance to maybe save his other son.
No.
I don't think so. But he does know that he needs to die to break the sorcerer's spell. And again, for as brief as the scenes are, you get an awful lot out of them.
Right.
He did not want to kill his father.
No,
he didn't, because he didn't expect this reunion, and this is the worst possible outcome for it.
Oh yeah.
Well, like the last time he saw or spoke to his father was basically throwing him out.
Yep.
But I feel like this scene still went too fast for such remorse and somebody who doesn't want to kill, and finding him again. Like, I feel like it went so fast.
I know. I think though, because it's so high, like they're in a high pressure like situation. Like people are actively like fighting and stuff and escaping. So I didn't mind the pacing quite so much because of that.
And they were on a schedule too. I mean.
That's it.
So, and now that Solomon knows if he kills his brother, what he now knows is his brother, that the path forward is considerably easier.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, good. Look, great shots, good action shots here.
Good.
Yeah.
Walking through the fire, just fucking gold.
That's hot.
I mean, that's like actual fucking fire in front of him.
It actually is hot. It's quite warm because it's on fire.
So now we are in a juxtaposition of the scene at the beginning of the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now it's the same scene.
Again, why not break the mirrors while you have the chance?
Exactly.
Big fucking mirrors. We know what's in those now.
Yes, we do.
Cutely.
Same thing that's in my bathroom mirror every morning.
I mean,
beard.
I do kind of like the fact that he just got like waltzed in there, just like big balls. I'm not going to break the mirrors, even though he knows stuff lives in them.
That's a good.
No, and it's funny.
That's a good non.
Well, also the bad guys all showed up like a bunch of dickheads, but
they also are taking. They're taking the place. Yeah, they're taking the place of in the first scene. Who like his group of men who were behind him, who then get cut off from him by the doors. So they're just this is a complete mirror of what we saw before. Hey, mirrors again.
Well played.
I see what you did there.
I see.
I'm going to
pretend
pretend
looks
like
so I am. Once we see Malachi, I'm going to tell the story that was shared to me from Jason Fleming earlier. Tonight, who plays Malachi. So I was hoping again, Lance wasn't feeling great and he is in England. So
he did drop in a little bit earlier, I think, right? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up.
Earlier.
So there's poor Meredith in a cage, which
it's a trap. I know.
Right.
What's the next step? Spring the trap.
A lot of things going on here. Oh, here we go. So look at that
character
stuff.
design.
So okay, so since
a trap is knowing it's a trap.
My friend Lance Nielsen, author and over at the Outcast Collective, isn't going to make it. He shared a phone call with me with Jason Fleming, who plays this character. This is Jason Fleming playing Malachi. And he's like, man, I look so cool. I had all these tattoos on me. It's Thai and like some other, it's Sanskrit. And he's like, I thought it was incantations or something cool. And what the Thai was the local Thai restaurant's menu.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yo.
That's awesome.
Can you
It was
imagine
just
this?
so hilarious hearing him tell the story though. He's like, I look so cute.
Oh,
like,
man.
Can you imagine
You're
going
right.
to see this in Thailand on an
Like-
opening night? You get to this point and go, wait, what does that say?
That says tomka soup.
or you're not paying
Oh wow.
attention, and you're just, I'm all of a sudden hungry, and I don't know why.
I mean, we make jokes. What was it? You know, the famous one being that Vader is father in Dutch, so basically gave it away.
Right.
Anybody who spoke Dutch.
Dark Father, right?
Yeah.
Did not know that. Okay.
You didn't know that ego?
Surprise.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Surprise.
It does. Okay.
So here we go. Now he is facing.
Oh,
Didn't stab through the heart, just above the heart. Still very painful.
Right. I was like, is that the heart or is that too high? Like I was like trying to pull up anatomy and be like, so where is the heart?
That's
It's-
above.
It wasn't
He
meant
should
to
be
kill
dead.
him. It was meant to hurt him.
it's
It's
too
basically
high.
right
It's
under
just
the
a flesh
collarbone.
wound.
Right. It's too high and it's too far over to the left.
Yeah.
But it is going to fuck up your use of
Oh,
that arm.
Gonna hurt.
I'm actually annoyed because it would have been way more badass if he had used the blade to throw him. And you can justify that because even a sharp blade is not going to go through a bone just with a little bit of an oomph. You're going to need to actually
No,
like,
it's hitting
hack
bone.
at
Yeah,
it.
you're stopping. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh damn, bro, that hurt.
We've also established through several Disney shows if it was a lightsaber, he'd be totally fine. Oh wait, he's
Right.
a dude. He's a dude. He'd be dead. He's a
Right.
guy. He'd be dead. If he's a
Exactly.
woman.
Yes,
good.
he's a
He'd be
a
fine.
straight white man, so
Yeah,
he would be
he's
dead.
dead.
Dad.
But
That
he's got a
face
cape,
mask.
so he's okay.
That's
So
true.
enough
Yes.
with the capes.
He's still trying to talk his brother out of it at this point, though. Hey, you don't have to do this. You don't have to fucking kill me. You can be
Have
okay.
you seen my face? Yeah, I kind of do.
Well, I mean, he's still holding on that there's a little bit of his humanity in there, and not that his entire soul has been handed over.
Me too, Beard. Me too.
Yeah, he even says at some point in here, he's like, "You're Lord of the Father's dead. You're Lord of these lands now. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to serve the sorcerer." But I think he's, because of the way he was brought back, he's like mind controlled anyway.
Mhm.
I want drug noodles so much right
Yeah.
now. Um, so he's
Okay,
releasing
you asked for
the
it.
big. He's releasing the big boss now.
The big bad.
And this looked decent, especially behind the
bad.
mirror. It looked really good.
It,
Mhm.
But you
It
still
was
have
decent.
fucking Vader light in play.
Right. But and yeah, it looked good initially. You watch it nowadays, and it's like, ooh, ha.
It looks okay.
Uh,
Knowing the year that it came out, I still like
Yeah.
the look. Like
Right.
I can
That's
adjust
fine.
my view to that. Plus, it kind of looks like something that you'd see out of the Diablo video games, which is pretty badass.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm
And
on
the
board.
Okay.
bodies
No, yeah, that's
behind
what I
the
thought. too.
throne. I mean, that's amazing. Like that was so cool.
That's
James
It's the
Purefoy, I mean,
home
this,
decor.
or just the cast players in general in this. The sword play in here was good.
Yes.
It was all very solid sword
yeah.
play.
Sure.
Here's where he rips off the mask.
Yeah. Ooh.
Bro,
Bro, I got a skin condition, man. That's therapeutic. What are you doing?
and this
Bro,
isn't
I
quite
really
honestly,
messed
this
you up.
isn't. This is very similar to when they unmask the mountain in Game of Thrones
Oh yeah.
in that final episode, and he's just this
I'd
fucking
stop-
zombie
I'd
looking
stopped watching
motherfucker.
before then.
And now you're on fire. Still on fire, still fighting, still on fire.
And here we go.
So okay,
A lot
so
of madness here.
I do have a question.
It's Pazuzu from The Exorcist.
Okay, never
Not
mind.
right now.
Wow. Weird.
No, they're fighting, and Malachi runs over with her, says only your blood can free him. I'm like, okay, so what is special about
Yes.
her blood? Because it is
I
a
was gonna
virgin.
ask that
Virgin.
too.
Because
Virgin.
if it's the
Pure.
blood of a virgin, then everybody else in that entire upper area of England they're floozies. You can't tell me there was not a single other one you had to haul her halfway across the country.
It was because she had the witch mark on her, I think.
Yeah, the mark.
And
well, I mean, they sought her out.
One?
It wasn't they just put the mark on
I think
anybody.
too. Her dad, remember he said he had one foot in heaven. Like maybe her dad was super religious and she was too, and it was like more like pure faith.
Right.
You know, she really was.
But also her love.
Not that I would know pure fit me, but I mean maybe.
But her connection to Solomon Kane as well.
Because
this is his castle.
It very well as to why. I mean, it's probably a combination of all of those.
I mean,
I like Beard's.
Yeah,
I like Beard's reason. This is basically in the red light. He's the only.
See, I mean, this is another one of the points that
God, I'm hungry.
I would have liked to see. You know,
spring rolls are so good.
Me too, JV. Me too.
This might be the bad way to phrase it, but this is one of the story points I'd like to see fleshed out a little bit more. Is that in bad taste? But yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more like why she was so special because they sought her out. It didn't seem like it was just
sticky tofu.
Whoever the witch found. I don't know.
So cuts the hand, throws the blood on the hell mirror, and opens up a portal.
It unleashes the not Balrog.
Not a Balrog.
It's the
like,
bull,
shit.
It's the legally distinct bull rag.
Exactly.
My name's Tim. I'm a bull rag. The bullrog. I get mistaken for that very often. In fact, I've had to have many fights because of it. The constables keep coming to me.
It's like when you see
notice no
in
wings.
certain movies.
Notice no wings.
No wings.
It doesn't look bad until it starts interacting with physical stuff.
Yeah, and again, we're talking about the CGI of the era. It just kind of is.
Yeah.
I love the look on his face, on Solomon Kane's face. He's like,
oh fuck. Wow. Really? All right. Let's go to work.
So again, in stills, actually, it looks pretty good.
No, that does not look good.
Stills.
No.
Okay.
There it is.
Granted, I just searched this, so I haven't been able to necessarily confirm anything. But with these special effects and these sets and everything, keep in mind, apparently, the budget for this was about $40 million.
Yeah, it was very
only
very
40.
small budget.
Wow.
So knowing now that it's only 40, they did a hell of a job with this.
Look what they did.
Looks fucking great.
Look what they did with Godzilla -1 with 15 million or whatever it was.
Right.
The CGI in that was amazing for the price, you know. And it wasn't even a dude in a rubber suit.
Now,
boom.
Now this is the one thing that I thought, as up until this point, up until this scene, I thought the pacing of the film was very well done. This is where I'm like, oh, okay.
This felt very abrupt, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like there was going to be this big fight. And they're like, we only got 40 mil. We're out of money for this.
We fuck this. Kill the fucking pie guy.
Yeah.
Okay. We're on a schedule here.
At least they weren't
right.
And that actually might have been what was a consideration is they started running out of money and they're like, well, we just silver bullet this thing.
Okay, let's go. Let's just make this happen.
Like the whole Indiana Jones thing where he's supposed to have this big whip fight, and then he just pulls out a gun and pops someone.
So what we see here is he kills Malachi. Let's fire golem, whatever, for lack of a better term, is behind him, and everything kind of gets pulled back into the hell mirror, for lack of a better term, because I don't know any of this stuff. But it goes through him. So is that like the evil of him being purged and
sucked out?
Only the evil being taken to hell while the rest of him stays.
Correct.
Right, like the curse being pulled
out.
I
think that's actually
that was pretty cool.
Yep.
I do love this over the head shot here with the girl. As he's laying there, almost dead, but she thinks he thinks he's dead. But I just thought the overhead shot was just a really nice touch.
Yeah, and he's still dressed full in dark, and she's in white.
I didn't see that contrast.
I've never known the touch of a man, and I never. Oh, you're alive. Oh, hey, hi there.
Oh, hello.
Hey there.
Hey, guys, could you come back and give me like 5, okay, 2 minutes. Let's be honest, 2 minutes.
Hey guys,
Beard.
where's the menu? Oh, it's on that guy's face over there.
And then we go back to this is where the ships were launching at that scene with the ships off the coast earlier.
And we're back to the warm.
Apparently, the ground is too fucking cold to dig into, so they've made these big stone piles. The hats, again, the iconic scene, and
and the
40 minutes
style
credit.
here is great.
Right.
I thought this looked really good too. This is the end stuff.
Yep.
Quality.
Yeah.
Aside from some of the minor CGI
Pacing.
points that we're talking about, and a little bit of the pacing at the end, the movie is just so
Solid.
well.
Imagine how good this movie would have been if it would have had a $200 million budget.
I know,
Like,
fucking.
even longer.
That's a tiny budget for what they did.
Well,
I want to
Yeah.
see it done Gladiator style. Like I watched Gladiator for the first time just this past week, and oh my gosh, I want this done in that with style. I think
What?
it's so
I'm
what do
sorry.
you want? Who's wanting what? Who wanted me? Don't want me.
What did you?
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Everybody's like,
Not me at all.
hey, at least you watched it. So
I did. I watched. Yes, I did. I watched it Monday.
Were you
As a
getting
matter
ready
of
for
fact,
Gladiator
first time.
2?
No, I was doing it for Pops' stream because we did Gladiator on Tuesday.
yeah, there's so many people out there who haven't seen the original Conan the Barbarian, Predator,
Oh,
Alien,
wow.
or Aliens. It's
That's me.
I wonder what has happened to the
Poor
youth of
ego.
this nation.
Poor ego.
Missed
Ego,
out on
I'm
so
kinda-
much.
I'm kind of in the same
Total
boat. too, Ego.
Recall,
I've seen some of those, but not all.
Yeah, you
Come
gotta
on,
have
at
someone
I
like.
just
get you
watched
into it.
whatever the heck was on TV at the time that I was walking
Left
by
eye,
the
you have
TV.
homework.
Yeah.
It's just
At least out of all of that, at least watch Conan the Barbarian if you haven't
Right.
seen it.
That's a
Yeah,
classic.
I'll try-
Conan,
I'll
don't
check it out.
watch Conan the Destroyer, please, because that is.
Hey! Olivia Dabo
Hey now.
was smoking hot then, and I was a teenager.
Yeah,
back then,
yeah, just be careful with the smoking
worth
hot. That
it.
she was like
Roman,
14 in
not
that.
worth it.
and I was 16. So
Exactly.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
it was all.
Yeah,
we were young.
It's a fun movie.
No, it
Come
was
on.
it was all legal, all above board.
above board. All right.
Sweet chocolate Jesus.
Roman has lost
Um,
control of this show so many times tonight.
I know
Not
it keeps
cinnamon
happening.
Jesus.
I,
Why you
I
gotta be
try
like that?
and I try and I try, and yet the forces of
This is
evil
for the
thwart me.
destroyer comment, Roman.
The forces.
Conan
of
the
evil.
Destroyer sucks. It's not a
I
good
am
movie.
the
It's
forces of
objectively
evil.
a bad movie.
You brought me here, Roman.
It was
Jacob,
nowhere
I
as good
know,
as
I
the
know.
first.
I can't help it. It's
Nowhere
know,
as good.
It's
The first
for
one
the
was like
destroyer
really good.
comment.
What in the tarnations is
Damn
Jacob?
it.
No,
No,
I could have
he
gone
keeps
my
doing
all
that
my
to me.
teeth.
He keeps smiting me with his thing from the
Yeah.
Fifth Element.
From the Fifth Element.
It's from the Fifth Element. It's Zord's
it's a
little
huge dog.
pet
Yes, it's
rainbow
fantastic.
elephant.
Yes.
That thing.
That's not
he's so
making it
cute.
better. That's not
So
making it better.
cute.
This is a bad picture. It's actually a really cute little thing.
This is a bad picture.
It's
See,
adorable.
that's
There's
actually.
not a
That's what
good
people say
picture.
about me all the time.
Shieldwall.
I look at the eyes on that thing and I see Roman's soul.
That's so sad.
Roman has one.
There you
Let
go.
me out. Please let me die. God, what the fuck, guys? You know.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I still
Jacob,
have
you
my
stop
Halloween
that
costume.
immediately.
Oh no, Shieldwall.
Wow. You just get
Sorry.
worse.
Before that, I
Keeps
had my
getting worse.
Halloween costume on. I was Grognak the Barbarian from Fallout.
Nice.
I was a Care Bear for Halloween.
I don't
Oh.
know what that means.
Care Bear? Care Bear stare?
You-
Care Bear
You
stare
still
there?
Care Bears? I thought they were as old as time.
What do they want?
Your soul.
Care Bears are Canadian, so that might explain a lot.
I was.
Well, at least the
uh,
Canadian
So
animated
Zach.
studio.
Zach's is a
for
Care Bear.
Halloween.
I mean,
But the
look
same
like everybody
studio
else.
that
Is it-
did Rock and Rule did Care Bears.
There's-
After
I
Rock
mean,
and
Is that
Roll.
like a slang thing? Care Bear? Is that what we call Canadians?
there's Good Luck Bear. There's
Yeah,
good,
they got
It
big
was
hearts
a
on their bellies.
cartoon
lot of
about
love
fluffy
bear.
teddy bears with different powers saving their world.
So it's gay Canadians.
Wow.
the whiskey drunk bear.
Yes.
That's
Canadian
drunk bear. That's Roman.
I mean, there was a rainbow bear.
There's several rainbow bears, actually.
Oh my! Wow. Yeah, that's
Isn't there like
that's
12 of them or
exactly what I
something?
thought it
There's a
was.
There's way
so.
more than 12 now. There's way more
And
than
there's
12.
a lion. And there's a
I
lion
don't know
as
what to do
well.
with this. So anyway, Solomon Kane. Let's try to steer this back for a minute because we do have to close this thing up.
Is not a Care Bear.
No,
not a Care Bear. Not Canadian nor gay. So it works out. I was Joker. This was a great recommendation. This was super solid.
Thank you.
Very much enjoyed the movie again. From the director, and then I wanted to cover this. So the director, it's a she, by the way, MJ Bassett. Not known for feature films though. This was like it, and then mostly television. Ash versus Evil Dead, Reacher, The Terminal List. I mean, some heavy hitting television stuff.
Wow.
So that's where she went after this. Again, not a lot as far as big feature film stuff goes. Written back in 1928 was when the character was incepted by Robert E. Howard, who did Conan. There's not a lot to fuck up here. So I have not read the source material. I know Matt has because Matt knows all the things. But as a standalone on it, I thought it was great. I enjoyed it very, very. Jacob!
That's Care Bears.
Yeah. It was the one
what
in the middle.
What in the shit is that?
Those
this
are Care
is
Bears.
not that kind of stream.
Roman
Jacob.
is the one with the clouds on its belly.
Grumpy Bear.
Grumpy
Bear.
Yeah. Grumpy Bear.
I don't want to be any kind of bear. I don't know what that means. I feel violated. So this was a fun movie. It was good. This was a good movie. This beats the fuck out of Wolfen, which I still feel bad about.
Yes, and you should.
Okay.
Well, you're wrong,
inspired
Mando.
me to read the book. Okay.
Well, Mando, that's okay.
No, the book
you're
was
so
way
wrong.
better. I read the book, but I remembered the movie also better than it was though, because I was young and my brain is soaked in alcohol. So
Jaws,
it's unreliable.
The
It's an
book
unreliable
Jaws
book.
is not good.
I've never read the book Jaws either. I never read the book. And I probably won't.
Isn't the book Jaws more like a real short story kind of? It's like only pages.
No, it's a book.
It's a book.
Is it?
I've read the book. I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
I read Jaws long before I ever
Wait,
saw the movie.
Squeaka, you've never seen Jaws?
No.
You need to see it just for the Indianapolis sinking scene.
I don't even know
How about the next year, January? That's our first one is Jaws.
Well, why don't we could actually do it on July 4th.
Don't hate
We
me,
could do it
Roman.
on the
Don't
weekend.
hate
Well,
me.
that'll
This
be
is like-
our Jaws movie weekend next year.
Is this
Because
why you
that's
don't
when
have
it happens.
AJ!
I'm all for it. I was actually
AJ!
AJ!
Hey, AJ.
Yo,
So,
Wait, you could watch. They let you watch Jaws?
yeah, my dad loved it, so
Okay.
it kind of
the Demon Shark was
okay.
okay. That movie fucked me up really bad when I was a kid. I still hate.
I remember
large bodies of
everybody, all the kids in my class watched it. I didn't see it obviously because
I still don't go into the ocean.
it wasn't on VHS yet, and there are a lot of people that.
And you're in the Navy?
If I'm in the ocean, something went wrong.
One
Yeah,
kid was
I
like,
watched-
I had to sleep with the
I
lights on
watched
for like a
Jaws.
month because of it.
Because they had to keep the
watched
lights
Jaws.
on because of the shark.
Because of Jaws, they were
I
that
watched-
scared of that movie.
See,
I
that's
watched
even more fucked up than
Jaws.
me.
Right before I went on vacation to the beach, and my aunt gave me a floaty. Here it is. Same
Oh fuck no!
yellow
Yeah, did it
color.
look the same yellow 1970s
Same
inflatable?
thing.
Because those were, I remember having one of
No.
those as
Nope.
a kid.
I'll be honest,
really
like I was
know.
scared to go in pools for a while, and I used to love like.
No, same.
I was
same.
like, the shark's gonna get me in the deep end, guys. I know it. I know it's gonna happen.
Completely illogical terror, but it's there.
After
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
after I saw Jaws, the only thing I could think about was getting a suit like that mayor had on with all the anchors on it.
The anchors, that was-
In the 70s. That was a terrible suit.
Well, what was it? What was it? Richard Dreyfuss and Spielberg are like, we don't go in the ocean now because they know. But
nice job, guys.
Claire really.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sharks
yeah,
of the
baby.
Lions.
Yes. We were talking about this on Gladiator. Yes.
Yep. Sharks in the darkness.
Yes.
Sharks in the darkness. Yes.
Oh Lord.
One of the days we should actually like review like
Beard.
Ghost in the Darkness.
Beard, stop that.
I'm sorry, Joker. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
I have to mute myself every time you do that, Beard.
That
Stop.
that should
Please
be
stop.
one of the movies that we eventually get around to. Maybe on
Ghost in
Halloween.
Darkness.
Yeah.
That's true.
I need like 3 of those, Joker.
Not for Halloween. Not for Halloween.
I get a
It's not a
I have
fucking
a whole
Halloween movie.
back, so.
It's
No,
still a
no,
scary
no,
movie.
No,
No.
no, 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 no. Jaws is a scary movie. It's not a fucking Halloween movie. Yeah.
But it kind of is. They're the lions of the sea. We've now determined.
They're the ghost in the darkness. They're bad.
It says
Hey,
ghost in it.
Back to
Ghost
Solomon
in the
Kane.
title.
All right, we got. I do have to close the show up. Guys. So good movie. There's a book. Buy it on fucking Amazon. Apparently, there's a lot more in there, and that's going to be something worth exploring. So let's go around the horn here and say what we got going on. We'll say bye to the chat, and then we'll jump out of this thing. Shieldwall, what do you have coming up, my friend?
I'm going to be on Jacob Ironside's channel next week, and we will be doing. I forgot. It's a great movie.
The Prestige.
I don't know that one.
The Prestige. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
That's such a good movie.
So
I
we'll be
haven't
doing
seen
that.
it.
And that's okay. Squeak and neither.
I haven't
have
seen it either.
I will
Actually,
be seeing it.
Oh,
relatively
sweet.
soon.
Okay.
People.
Let us know what you think.
You people.
Yeah. And then I will be on this show next week, and we're doing what are we doing?
come on. We briefed this.
War movies.
Oh, is that it? Okay, yeah, war movies.
Yeah, but not real war movies. I mean,
My bad.
War of
No,
the
actual
Worlds.
fucking war movies, Joker. We're not
Mars Attack.
doing Star Wars or Mars
it's in the
Attacks
name.
or
It's
anything.
in the name. Wars. It's in the name.
Fucking war movie.
But if,
It's in the
he's
name.
not
Fucking
wrong.
war, I'm
He's
down.
not wrong.
so Roman's gonna be like, so what's your war movie? Everyone's gonna be like, I got Starship Troopers. I got.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway.
it. I got it. Yes.
No,
Thank you,
no,
Shield.
no.
Anyway,
I
we'll
hope you know,
so we'll be
Joker.
doing that next week for
Yeah,
Veterans
Veterans.
Day.
It's
It'll
for
be a
Veterans
Veterans
Day.
Day stream. It'll be cool. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. This was a fun stream tonight. Had a lot of good guests on, so it's nice having Ego on here and Squeaka, but getting Ego's opinions on these movies. It is kind of weird that you said this is something your parents would have let you watch.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
We'll have to rank. We'll have to do a stream one day of
Definitely.
ranking movies my parents
Gotta get
would
Steve.
not have let me watch.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that would be so good.
that'd be a lot of fun.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for having me on. This is a lot of fun.
All right, my brother. Joker voice. My
Yes.
friend, what do you have coming up?
Well, I
What
got
do you
it.
have full interwebs?
I know, right? I've got a video tomorrow coming out talking about some wrestling, and then next
Wrestling.
Wednesday with this guy down here again, as I'll be hosting again. Wednesday night is overbooked, as I am now hosting the show now that I have my own interwebs and I'm not sharing bandwidth with anyone. So we'll be doing that. Thanks for having me again. I'll be watching Star Wars and Starship Troopers for next week, which is the war films. And thank you for the guests. Ego, always a pleasure. Beard, so good to have you back, dear. And Squeaka, Squeaka. You made this naughty and it was glorious.
Yeah.
Roman's never gonna have me back. I'm only allowed like once a year.
It's okay. We like you coming in.
So is Beard.
I almost had a heart attack in a beard.
Mando. So Mando, what?
I still haven't got a streaming schedule figured out. I should be on Jacob's show Tuesday and here Thursday, and we'll see what the heck happens throughout the rest of the week. So yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Sweet chocolate.
That's
Jesus.
my girl.
Ego. My good friend.
Why did you say sweet?
Hey, Ego.
Hold on. Why did you say sweet chocolate Jesus before you introduced Ego?
As a phrase or as an introduction. It works out either way.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna add that. I'm adding that to my intro, just so you know. I mean, I'm doing the rest of it, but I'm gonna add sweet chocolate Jesus as Roman of the Empire has declared me. I'm gonna have to say that now. Thank you. I'm adding that in. Fantastic.
Now all you got to do is get Shiro to call you that.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet I can do it. I bet I can do it. I bet I can.
Nope.
I would try.
She's gonna change your contact in her phone to sweet chocolate.
Sorry.
Yes!
I'm sorry.
Yes!
I'm sorry. I didn't
that.
mean to derail.
No, it was perfect, sir. I'm adding this to my list of names now. Thank you.
Your wife is gonna kick your ass.
It's coming. You asking if your wife worth it? This was worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. But yeah, me and Shiro have Ordinary Games at 5 p.m. Central. Hear how Shiro almost gave me a heart attack on the toilet. I will also be with. Yeah, it's a thing. You gotta be there.
Was it something she did or something she cooked?
No, you got to hear about it. She's actually on a cruise. It's a girls' trip thing. It's what's led up to her going.
Where's my invite?
So yeah, and there's a whole story she wanted to tell you about what she heard about the cruise that came back. Wow. Anyway, also on Wednesdays I will be with Joker's Voice, 9 p.m. Central. Wednesday nights overbooked live from the top turnbuckle. I can't wait. I'm actually getting more interested and getting back my fandom for wrestling because of this man. So y'all tune in on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. It's fantastic.
Right on. And thank you again for being with us tonight. I mean, I'm always happy to have you with us. And my Batman Dark Knight Returns figure arrived today.
Why did you mention his name?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So it was I'm sorry.
Why
Joker.
that
I know.
We all like.
Why'd you say that name?
Why'd you say
that name? Jacob Ironside, the meme master of the interwebs. What do you got coming up, my brother?
Well, yeah, I got the Christopher Nolan movie, the Prestige, coming out. Gonna be doing that on my show. Got an extra spot if anybody's interested in being on that one. And I'll be here next week.
Right on.
Starship Troopers.
Yes.
Beard, I'd ask you what you're going to be on, but that doesn't seem to be a good question tonight.
Oh, I know. What is going to be on?
What program, what streams do you have coming up?
I can answer that one for you.
Even that doesn't work.
All right, hold on. I have a fix for this. Hey, hang on just 1 second. I have a fix. We're just going to bring that down right there. All right, great.
That's not helping.
So,
I know.
So, let's see. What have I got coming up next?
I'll show you what's coming up next.
Oh my!
We speak on every week.
Oh, gosh.
You were saying.
All right.
How's that grayscale working for you?
It's not doing a great job.
No.
So once I undo this, Monday you get me over on After the Weekend for American Tail.
Aww.
The classic animated movie. Tuesday, Jacob's show for The Prestige. I love that movie. Thursday back here for Now That I Know, because I guess I missed the memo for war movies, so I'll be
that was just today. The war movie came out just today. That's
okay. And I do gaming on my channel on Sundays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and kind of whenever I want else time. After this, I'll be going live with a little bit of probably some Mass Effect 3 multiplayer because it's in 7 day.
Ooh, nice.
And a little bit of a tease and preview for folks. Me and this one over here are looking into playing some 7 Days to Die probably next Thursday after your show. So that might be a regular thing. We'll see.
Right on.
Beard won't be the only thing I'm taking down.
Hell.
Oh, nice.
It's
Lord,
not fair. You don't have a camera.
It's your fault, Roman. You put us together.
This is
I know,
fucking amazing. This is fucking amazing because Beard is so shy and Squeak is so not. It's just.
And then I throw in wrenches, just to sprinkle in,
For the love of the Roman of the Empire.
Anyway, moving on. I tried not to take up your show, but everybody else kept bringing it up.
I know. Man. So Ms. Squeaka the Mouse.
Yes, darling.
And thank you for being on with us tonight. It was wonderful to have you back. It always is.
I love hanging out with you guys. Anytime you want me, I'm down. I love you guys. Y'all are amazing.
Well, thank you very much. So what's happening in Mouse World?
I'm actually doing stuff, y'all. So Tuesdays I hang out with Pops. I think we're doing Dutch
right on
Tuesday. So I'm on Talk Hard with Pops on
Love
Tuesdays.
Pops.
Oh my goodness, it's such a good time with him and Ironcaster and Loki. And I'm going to be doing Thursdays. If I'm here, if you ever want me here, but then we're going to be doing 7 Days to Die. If Beard can stop turning red. We'll get that done. And then Jana is actually cooking something up for her channel that we're going to be doing called Wonderland. And we're going to do it once a month. And we're going to have a guest on. I think Shieldwall is going to be with us the first time in December.
Yeah. That's
fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
So it's basically we're going to pick a topic, or the guest picks a topic, and we go down the rabbit hole for you. And we come up with all kinds of cool stuff to talk about with this topic.
Nice.
So we'll see you December the 9th is the first one.
That's my anniversary.
Well, happy anniversary.
It is, yeah. December 9th, 35 years with Mrs. the Empire.
Congratulations.
I like breadsticks.
Nice.
No, honey, it's a fucking joke. So, 35 years.
It's like I made reservations at Olive Garden.
So fucked
Well,
up.
I thought you liked breadsticks, Roman.
Now, the topic will be something Italian. Just saying. It will be a delicious Italian food.
So yeah, we'll be out.
That's not wrong.
Hopefully we're out that night. We probably won't be. We'll probably be at the house, and I'll be making something that no one wants to eat. Anyway, so this was a fun night. Thank you. Fuck you, Jacob.
Gets better every time. Now why you didn't access to that is beyond me.
It's done. All the
It's
nice
a wonderful breadstick. It's the greatest breadstick ever. It's perfect. Wonderful.
It's the biggest breadstick ever.
You know, that's how nice girls eat their breadsticks.
Oh no, it's not. Yeah, naughty girls eat them.
So anyway, thank you so much to our guest tonight. We had Matt with us for a little while. That was fantastic. Left Eye Ego, of course, always wonderful to have you with us. Squeaka Mouse. And a little bit by default, Lance Nielsen and his great story about Jason Fleming. And remember, when you get tattoos, folks, if they're in another language, know what the fuck they are. Otherwise, you have Thai food tattooed on your face.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So,
I have 3 in Japanese.
And again, thank you to the chat. As always, if you're watching this on rewatch, thank you for hanging out with us. Please like and subscribe to the channel and go back and watch some of our older videos. We have a ton of these. They're always fun. They're always humorous. Don't have the children around because they're usually not appropriate for that either, but they are always a good time.
Certainly not when the spider shows up.
Wolf of the Special.
No. And I know there's one of those little fuckers is out here, and I don't know where he is, but he hasn't popped up lately, but I know he's out here. I see him crop up every now and then.
You're talking about spiders, right? Not kids.
You're assuming the gender.
No, like spiders. So, on Monday, I'm going to be over with Leon at Words of Paradise. We're going to be doing a Veterans Day show. That's going to be at 1 Pacific Standard. And then next Thursday over here at Roman of the Empire, 5 Pacific Standard, as it always is on Thursday. We're going to be doing our favorite war movies. These are not space movies. These are not alternate universe movies.
What?
These are actual war movies of the United States.
It's in the name. It's in the name.
Oh, God, I hate
the
everything
edge of
right
tomorrow.
now. So, on that note, folks, Hopefully I can end the show better than I started
So
it.
War Games is not a war movie? Can I not suggest that?
No, War Games isn't a war movie either.
It is in the name. It's in the name.
It doesn't count. So
Sure
anyway,
it counts.
Shall we play a game?
Until next time, thank you for hanging out with us. And as always, fuck my life, be kind.
Good